I need to be close to the mic.
I just want to...
Okay. Hey, Dlozi. Hey, wena Dlozi. Hey, no, Dlozi vandag. Dlozi, Dube. Dlozi di man. Dlozi. I think we're saying Dlozi. We saw Dlozi vandag. Guys, we've got a Dlozi there. It's not on camera. It's Dlozi.
You can call me Bane.
Because
I was born in the shadows.
Oh, molded by it, eh? I didn't see that until I was a young man. Bane. Dope. Dube, are we good? Hey, I was tired until I saw you guys. At least give me energy. Hey,
what's happening in Limpopo tomorrow?
You know?
In Limpopo.
No, where's some cake? No, but I'm a cake to go to Limpopo. I'm going to expand up in Limpopo, so it's by some cake.
By some cake?
Bazo collect some cake. Imagine they're collecting them. Then I don't need to take them.
I'm cake.
So it man, man, man. The Queen's cake, man. This corn, man. But not no.
Oh, I. Hey, just Lindu says to be kono kakala makeka kola.
Hey, what are we talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about. Waiting for this to do. We're good.
We're hitting well.
Ghost, not ghost. Dlozi.
Hey, Dlozi.
You ready?
Okay, Bane. Are you ready to shoot?
Ready? You good? Sis Jabulile. Welcome to AMAGENTS.
Thank you.
So you're gonna see, as we chat, the conversation is not guided, so it's just free flowing. Please feel free just to jump in, throw in your 2 cents. If you've got any pressing issues that you want to talk about, start the topic. Let's unpack it. We're just trying to be as authentic as we can, so we're not tailoring, we're not trying to drive the conversation. So very, 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 very honored to have you here. I know Amachita don't like it when you have 4 Sisi, but I think your energy is a bit different. We've spoken offline many times, and you tend to agree on a lot of things that we say, which can be quite controversial.
No, the things you say. There's levels of toxicity here. We're no number one. Yeah? Yeah, no. No. Are you serious? Or
I'm dead serious.
So I haven't said much. Yasmina.
Okay.
Okay.
It's disgustingly toxic.
Okay.
And you need to get cancelled.
Okay, no, it's fine.
And they need to cancel you.
Okay, the toxicity, I'm not sure.
He's number one, toxicity. Ike is number 2.
Pain is number 3. I'm not even listed. Ike is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One man.
I hear you.
One man. But anyway, we appreciate having voices like you. I follow you. I watch a lot of your content. And how you speak about men, especially in a platform like this where we speak about AMAGENTS and we speak about the challenges, the ups, the downs, and the useless things that guys can also get up to. Having female voices that speak life into that conversation, which might be labeled toxic or might be labeled misogynist, it's just a beautiful, refreshing voice to hear. So thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you so much for having me. It is indeed an honor. I'm still living in my moment. Now you guys must just understand.
What do you mean?
Like, I see you there. Now I'm here. Now I get to see everything. I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm living my moment.
See,
yeah.
So you see it inside. It's simple. It's not that.
One thing about men are very simple human beings. Yeah. So if you try and ubenza complicated, complicate impilo yakho. But men are very simple. Men are straight to the point. I mean, at least now, that's what I understand. That's what I've discovered. We try so hard to keep his ngaphakathi, and that leads us to places where now we can't even deal with what we have tried to do. So I got to realize that men are just simple beings who just want honesty and all that. Yeah, somebody might say, but they're not living honest lives. They are what? But from where I'm standing, that's the direction.
You've got 2 kids. You've got a beautiful daughter and a son.
Yep.
What's the journey around raising? So it's a teenage son, no? 16-year-old boy. What's the journey been like raising the son in comparison to raising your daughter as a mom?
You know, I'm going to make an example. Actually, this is exactly what happened. So my daughter, uzawabeka somewhere 10 rand lakhe in some way, right? And then she said no, she lost her money and all of that. And immediately I said to my son, where's the money? Ne? And and my son looked at me and said, no, I don't know. Where's the money? And I'm like, no, it's just the two of us here. You keep him al, keep see, you know. And then my son looked at me and he said, you know, this is what you always do. Every time when Sipokazi does wrong or, you know, ends into a big deal, it's always me. And I do not like it. And that made me realize that society has shaped us, and our upbringing also has shaped us into always thinking and believing that men are just on the wrong. Now, this is my son, it's a child, you know, but already saying impression wena when sis
is the victim as well.
Yes.
She's the victim and he's the perpetrator.
You understand? Let me tell you, Guti, she found her 10 rands. And then my son said,
ta-da.
And then what did you do?
Then what? No, I had to apologize. Do you
believe in apologizing to kids?
Yeah. Yeah, I had to because but I wronged him.
Where is this going? What do you mean does she believe in apologizing to kids?
But I wronged him. I had to because ngithi kuye wenza into angayenzanga. Uyayibona?
Do you believe in apologizing to kids?
Are you asking me?
We're just having a conversation. We're about to jump back to this chap. Do you believe in apologizing to kids?
Certain age, I'm apologizing.
Even when you're wrong.
Certain age. I just need to figure out the age.
You even if you're wrong, you don't apologize at whatever that age may be.
Maybe 0 and 10 5, 6. I might even extend it
to like 12, 11.
It's apologizing.
Huh? No, we come from that toxic generation. But anyway, yeah, sorry.
So, because if I'm pregnant, and you, let's say you're the father, you speak to the child, 2 years, so now when you say, like, when you don't apologize.
I hear you. It's an age thing.
You
know what it is? It's learning. It's learning some of these things, you know. You come from a generation where it's it's apologizing. And I guess when you grow up, you're like, son, I wish this guy did apologize when he wronged me. I think maybe with extreme things, I definitely do think there is some sort of an apology. Maybe I'm just scaling it on small things, you know. But it actually starts there with those small things. Then they start to accumulate, you know, and they become these big things. So I'm learning.
Because we are wrong.
Yeah.
So if you perpetuate that, then
I have this grudge that I held on for so long to my mom, and we've unpacked it. But again, it's going back to that generation where they didn't apologize.
Yeah.
Even when they were wrong, they didn't apologize. And I remember I brought it up later in my years, and I said, "Hey, as you kumula ngi na 11, what kumula kwenza 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Olisa koko. No, ukuthi bo understand ukuthi no ngeke ning understand that. Katu right matu wrong. Olisa. And now you have to you owe me for the years.
Yeah.
So makolisa akho wo uzuthi hard.
But that was a big one. Whatever that grudge was, it was a big moment
it wasn't it was I was wronged.
Sure.
And I think sometimes you hold on to the principle. And whatever the consequences that I got at that time, the pain wasn't uguti time out or whatever. The pain is not that. The pain is the fact that I'm not doing it, but I know I'm not in the wrong. And then you hold on to that uguti when you are an unfair person.
Sure.
If there's one thing that kids from my experience, understand very, very well is what is fair and what is unfair. You were making a little joke about your Afrikaans class, ne? Ungathola ukuthi a lot of the kids didn't have a problem with that. Because they knew it's okay, no. Debza might not be the strongest person in this Afrikaans class. That's okay. Because I've seen it.
Well, it's in time Afrikaans.
No.
Pain. Okay, because
so there was kids when I used to teach. There was kids that I used to teach.
Let's come off camera and talk about my flaws. This is why men commit.
No, but I'm saying, Muti, no, bro, it's a sensitive thing because I also taught special kids. I also taught
apologize.
But I'm saying I taught special kids like you as well. So I'm used to it. It's not because I'm trying to be horrible. I'm trying to be nurturing and loving.
Okay, so there's something that I want to say just to break the ice. Maybe it's not even... somebody might say, why are you bothering yourself? Why do you even have to say it?
Yeah.
But I feel I must. I may not... Okay, some women, maybe they're not going to agree with me, but I feel that we owe men an apology.
Yeah.
I feel that we owe men an apology. And I'm not trying to be biased because I'm men speak. So people must just understand that I'm men speak and it is what it is. And I'm not backing down on that.
Sure.
Right. We need to apologize because in most cases and if not all the time, because, hey, with podcast, you must be careful almost, then they come at you and
yes.
But we need to, I feel that Lelo Zanzanik, who believe that they have wronged men, I want to apologize on this podcast that we apologize for doing you guys wrong, for always being on our high horses and believing that you guys are always wrong. When Nani nazalwa, this is what I like to say this, that Nani nazalwa, and kiwanga just hlahleni, sometimes the things that we do and the things that we say, right, it will make it sound like Nina anzalwanga, navile na kiwa nje, but it's not like that. Women must just accept and understand and acknowledge we owe men an apology for the things. Other women will speak.
Because you're a mother of a son. If you maybe had 2 daughters, would you still have the same energy, you think?
Seeing what mothers with daughters are, I'm actually grateful that I have a son.
Hey, you are the second person I'm hearing this week. Hey, you want to ghost when we shooting with the bride.
Yeah.
She was saying the exact same thing.
She said the same thing, which is grateful that she's got a son.
No, I'm grateful, guys, because I look at where I come from. I was also raised by feminists, by women who just believe that men are trash. They couldn't say at the time, but I'm sure if they had a word to use, they were going to use that word. But I think also being married and then divorced and have a son and get to understand what's happening around me, then I realized that, we cannot continue the way that we continue. We need to break this at some point.
What is the danger that you fear if you're daughters? What makes you, because it almost sounds like you're saying
my fear is more for my son more than my daughter.
But I'm saying what you're saying now makes the assumption that you think you would parent the ladies or the girls differently. What is it that parenting you think you want to do wrong on the girls?
It's because of let's say, guys, I'm just going to be brutally honest. So, and I apologize to somebody who's going to see this and feel like, especially my family. So, my mother was friends with like men, kakulu, right? And but indlela ngikhulisa ngayo was stay away from them. Just be far. I think she's not here to speak for herself, right? But indlela ngikhulise ngayo nangendlela engangena ngayo emshadweni ended up messing a whole lot of things. That is why I say I fear, which if I only had a daughter, it was good, because I was going to
Carry
trend
on this.
Right. I was going to trend on that because of how she has raised me. I was going to.
Did bazongelela kuma comments because they're gonna say you're lacking accountability. Because they're gonna say it's your mom's fault.
No, I mean that's how they feel, but that's not the entire truth.
Okay.
So sometimes people must understand. They hear what I'm saying, but they do not know the whole truth.
You said
right?
You're more scared for for your son and your daughter as a parent. What do you mean by that?
For my son more.
Yeah.
Because the way things are going now, at the pace where even men have to be decentered.
Censoring men.
I don't like that, guys. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I wish I didn't hear that. Because I feel that the ways in Dozengakhona manje, if we continue this way, one day our sons angeke bakwazi ukuhamba endleleni la. Because there will be just women and feminists everywhere believing that they are trash, believing that they don't have a right. Pella women say most of them, or some of them, let me say some of them, they say that you guys must just go back to Mars.
Are we not exaggerating this thing? I hear what you're saying, but I think we are exaggerating this thing that men will believe that they're trash. It feels like it's an exaggeration.
Why is the rate of men killing themselves so high?
We spoke about. Didn't we speak about this last week?
There are things.
We did, didn't
There are things as Bonisayo, Tebzuguti. If we continue this way, maybe I do not know.
Sure.
Maybe I'm speaking from fear. I do not know. But if we continue the way that we continue, I'm telling you.
I don't think men. I could be wrong. It sounds like you're saying part of the issue is men committing suicide. Part of it is linked to that they're starting to believe that they are trash and what women say about them is true about them.
Do you know the power of words?
No. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's based on that. We unpacked it. We spoke about finance, them not being able to pressure, not them being able to handle pain. I don't think it could be on the list, but I think it's probably number 7 or 8.
What would be the highest then?
So what I'm trying to think, and I'm trying to go back to how my experiences of little kids and how little kids are treated in a school setting.
Sure.
It's crazy when you look at. It seems like the pendulum?
Yale.
It's swung aggressively on the one side to a point where the little girls are being pushed, motivated, they're driven, whatever the case is, to become aggressive, independent, all the masculine roles.
Sure.
And it's almost like you see with the little kids, the little boys, they're being told to be more of the feminine things. Sit down, fold your legs, be kind, open doors, be those cute little gentlemen. But also, our daughters are being told, do STEM, do this, do that, all these aggressive things. So as you're watching it, I was in Newcastle 2 weeks ago and I'm watching these 2 little kids playing. And I'm watching the little boy being the kindest little soul. And this lady being, the little girl being like a boss, sassy lady. And how all the females were loving her boss sassiness. Yet yena, ibhayisikile lakhe, amathoyiza wakhe, but usimpela ingane encane yentombazane. And I was like, it triggered me because I remember this when I was in the playgrounds. Is it all of them? No. Is it most of them? Probably not. But there's a growing group of abafana whose voices are getting smaller and smaller, whose boyish behavior is getting less and less. You're making a noise, you're too untidy, you this. They're getting less and less, and the stronger, independent sisters are getting bigger. Nothing wrong with being strong, nothing wrong with being confident, nothing wrong with that. It's just there's going to be a swing and a huge power change. And I don't know if that is good for society in the long term, especially for Amachita growing up in this space. I don't think it's good.
It's definitely not good. But with what you're saying, we need to then unpack what's happening at home. There's a high number chance that at home it's a single mother that's raising those
Or
kids.
it could be a strong woman who's dominating this talala over no.
Hi,
What's your height?
do you think?
You do you not know those marriages where Mchita is just a papa and tanga?
I don't think there's a lot of
I see
those
what
men.
you're trying to
In
do.
our generation, or which generation? Because maybe
our generation.
That's also maybe what we need to split.
Okay, cool.
Because there's a lot of caring izinto from the previous generations, and then trying to make it apply here, like but it doesn't. In our generation,
Amathalala, ntwana. Amasiko.
a lot of the guys that are getting married is because a lot of relationships, bro. We'll see so petty boy. Yeah, and you call and lab. It's pong and see.
You know how true this is. I hold events like I.
Hey,
and
we live in different worlds, man. Okay.
And immediately when men start talking, I wish I can just go live.
Sure.
And now I'm talking about a guy.
Events like what? Events, sorry, you said you
Oh,
host events.
like for men. But
Okay.
I'm not the one talking to them. I invite other men to come and talk to them.
Okay, like men's conference type of
Yes,
things,
kind
more
of a
workshop,
thing.
yeah,
Yes, you will be shocked. Ne? You will be shocked at how an old man, ombonayo ukuthi usemdala, he's not working. Ekhuluma ukuthi I feel like a puppet. So because of dignity and all that, then we can't go live, right? I even cut the recordings, for his own dignity.
Sure.
Which I feel like I'm just a puppet ever since I've lost my job. Ever since, it's like I've born here. The way that the mother speaks to me, then the children. Then if that old man, okay, let's leave on Tangabit. I'm talking about that old man. Then what? It goes exactly kuleyo point yakho. Maybe some of them, they were just, because of akasena msebenzi, then that.
Because
most men are not working.
That is true. That is a fact.
Guti, I still want to play a lot of Osisbet who are also in dynamics where they don't have a voice. But I just feel for everyone, because it seems as if my trauma, because I was raised in a family as a girl where my father was dominating. Now I then say, I'll then never be dominated by a man. And then you go out there seeking for a weaker person to bully. It's almost like you were bullied, therefore you go and bully other people type of mindset. Our parents' generation was wrong in so many men dominating women, let's call it that, to a point where now we have a whole generation of Osisbet who's saying, so
Yeah.
And then you sing, because maybe when as with Debs, you see how, let's say your mom was bullied, then you say, I'll never let that happen with my daughter. Then you create this monster.
Yeah. What?
But then your daughter becomes like your dad.
No, for sure. And now I will lie to you. I'm not raising with you. And I think I'm traumatized by what I do, man. We travel a lot and we shoot a lot of reality shows. Where so I'm not raising a submissive to outing. Rather, you can say she's not marriage material, she's not whatever, but she must stand on her own. Because I think the men that is in society right now, I'm not comfortable with Ngosiami around here most of the time. No,
I understand that.
Oh, sure.
And there's nothing wrong. I want to be very clear, because there's nothing wrong in having strong women. There's nothing wrong, and we had spoken about you can be strong in your femininity.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with being strong. We're not saying people are
thinking
that's not what we're
extreme.
speaking about.
Sure.
We were trying to get into a bullying, almost borderline abusive space, and we're saying, how can we create strong women that aren't going around bullying?
Yeah, I'm not speaking about bullying. No.
I'm saying it's a very fine line.
Sure.
This thing, it's very, very fine. You want them to be strong.
Yeah.
And once the lion sees I'm around sheep, then they power.
Yeah, then it mustn't be a sheep. The issue that it's not much it.
But also was saying she believes, like how I believe, that is a growing space.
Yeah.
More and more.
Yeah.
And as a result, because you're still physically bigger, but
the fathers must play their role. And if the women are not there, they must go find uncles that must play a role in those gula machita la. Because right now,
Which
Tina, what
uncles?
must we do? We must raise each
Which
raise is
uncles?
soft. Then bahlangana na machita that haven't been trained, they're abusive towards abantwana bethu. So if I had to choose the type of woman that must be raised now, if we have to go too extreme, I'll go extreme with the bully.
No, 100%. I think we'd all go extreme in the sense
okay,
of
cool.
I'd rather my sons be bullying kids than be getting bullied. No, but I'm
We have
just
an
saying.
issue of men that are not strong, that are not disciplined, and they just want things because they are men. Une 4-5. Ngifuna izinto nje because.
Let me tell you the danger of raising that kind of a woman.
Tell me.
So, lo sis,
Yeah.
oyingane yakho uzokhula
Yeah.
a strong, a righty.
Sure.
And
Are we going extreme or we're saying there's a balance of
Hayi,
extreme?
mina
and-
ngifuna sikhulume ngo-extreme wakho.
Okay, perfect. Yes.
Then one day she's gonna find herself. It's exactly what you were saying. She's gonna find herself in this big house,
Yeah.
ne,
Yeah.
empty, lonely,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So you are not the one who's going to live that life.
If you had to give me choices.
If you're not the one who's going to live that life, you won't be there
Yes.
to live that life. She's going to. It's very dangerous.
I'm worried about the type of men that we have in society. So if I had to choose how to raise a girl child now, with the men we have now in society, I will not.
And that is why we must have these conversations, and that is why we're having this conversation. The beauty of having conversations is that we are able to unpack such things.
Sure.
Because mhlambe nami, I'm just one-sided, right?
Sure.
I also need to open up my
Yeah.
mind. What you are saying is actually striking, a nerve. But at the end of the day,
Sure.
it's dangerous to raise such women.
Okay.
Only like.
But that's what I was
Then
chatting
that's
about.
what-
What's in the swinging of this
Things are going
pendulum.
extreme. That's the problem.
Yeah, but I'm
why
saying
do you have
we can't
fix
raise our
it?
daughters extreme.
We need to fix it. That is why, Tina, like Women Speak, we believe it's not going to be an easy thing. That is why I can't do it alone.
So we need to fix
do it.
the men and the women. So what type of men must we raise again?
We need to raise men that understand ukuthi they must respect women, they must love women. Like, impatho engiyithole mangifika la. I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna sound biased. You understand? I'm gonna sound like I'm trying to gunenza. No, honestly, when you came through. Okay, by the way, we shot. Sorry, I don't know if I have to say it, but when
your
you
channel.
when you came in
Yeah.
and the way you greeted me, already my nerves and everything went down.
Okay.
You were not pompous. You were not like, but you embraced me. I mean, you came to me, but already the way welcoming a corner. If we can have such men, I come in here. His first thing that he's saying this slalo is not comfortable. What does that tell you? Uthi isihlalo lesi is not comfortable.
Ungagaya la utle ama
And then-
crazy ungagaya le kwarile. Wena phela ungagaya le kwarile ama props.
But I'm just saying,
Yeah, no, for sure, yeah, no, for sure.
Then isihlalo is comfortable, to say whatever you do, become. Already my nerves are like,
Yeah.
You see how simple that is.
I gave you coke, he did nothing. So in king out of the three of us, hile. So mina ngithanga guy coke, wenze no. No,
Ngibuza ama-nicknacks. Ngifuna ama-nicknacks, ngifuna ama-lace.
Oh, buy into wrong. First of all, that's
Azangibhayite wrong. Bathi ngibuzile. Hawu, tick.
But my point-
Wena utshethe Afrikaans.
You shouldn't have shared that story.
Sizomshaya ngamaxhoba
I need to share that story.
What is Afrikaans?
Yeah, the type of men. Sure.
So we need those kind of men.
Why have men become weak? What happened?
Men, are they weak?
Men have become weak.
I believe that their voice has been shut. It's not even that they are weak. Because
man.
no,
you know someone is doing that, I
comments
think-
they
I think-
always say, you guys ngiyamkhatha. Let me just
Look, and I think we spoke about it with Ike, I think the first app. Women voices, look, there was an actual mandate from government to say, hey guys, we need to make sure that women are empowered. You know, so we can't say that it came from them 100%. So Amajita equally, you can shut down a voice Amajita from a media perspective and all of that. But right now we're in a society where, in an era where men have the power to speak. Men have the power to say we're being oppressed, things are not done. Men have got the power to come together. Men choose not to come together.
I disagree.
I disagree.
Okay. Where are men coming together?
So I think you can almost what Ufervut did well.
Yeah.
Was breaking the mindset of the black man.
Okay.
You know, the way that I think current society is engineered.
Yeah.
Is
so we were conquered, is what you're saying. That strong black man was conquered.
Not just the black man, the white man as well.
Okay.
You know, by a few.
Sure.
You know, a few who then own the rest of us.
Okay.
And I think when I look at it from a work perspective,
sure,
females tend to follow instruction a lot better than men. Ne? So if I'm the boss, I want to get like my exec or my management needs to be strong females. I can better handle 5 strong females than handle 5 strong men. If that makes sense. Females really want to prove themselves, most qualified, hardworking. They want to show which they worth their grain of salt. These guys might want to take my crown. You understand? So I feel like there's a whole engineering of this. So even when we look at social media and you look at the male voices in social media, a lot of them are Gagents.
Man, I hear you, Njam. The thing is, you know, we're going to have these excuses for how long?
It's not an excuse. If you don't have feet, it's hard to run.
Yes, I'm saying for how long?
It's not how long. It's not how long. It's just saying, Wuti, understand.
We've been understanding.
I used to say this, Wuti. Hey, man, I'm
tired of people not coming together.
You need to also manage your privilege.
Okay.
Because I look at myself where I used to say, Wuti,
yeah.
Until you start realizing the privileges that you have.
Sure.
You know, me realizing, Wuti, I've got a voice. I said Espanin, when there's a problem with what abantu bazocela mina ukuthi ngikhulume no. Because I have the ability to. Not everyone has the ability to. And I think that's what we don't understand sometimes when we are annoyed or frustrated. I can definitely be annoyed at us black gents. And I also call us weak and all those things, what he's saying. I also say it.
I always hear that.
But at the same time, I understand, Uguti, a lot of it is a result of conditioning. A lot of it is the result of your upbringing. A lot of it is a result of social media changing how we view young black boys. You know, there was a time, I think it was like in the early 2010s, if you're watching DSTV, like Cartoon Network, all the kids, all the things was just girls. You know, from Doc McStuffins to Peppa Pig, it was all just girl stuff. You know, and it was so hard to find like the Lion Guard, where you have like a boy who's like championing the show, you know. And I get it, it's a change from our generation where Bonko Popeye was always about a boy who was leading this journey. Now our little kids were like, it's just girls doing this, and they watch shows on TV and the guy's always this clown, Slima, who's been controlled by a powerful queen. So I know a lot of us come from a generation where we've been conditioned. You know, the same way we were conditioned to think Abelung are more powerful than us, the same way we were conditioned to go to Sisi, who's a light-skinned, is more than a dark-skinned lady. The same way we've been conditioned on all these things. Xenophobia, tribalism. The same way we've been conditioned, we've also been conditioned as a machi to we can't come together. We can't work together. We can't build together. And we are weak. So it's going to take a lot.
You know, okay, Dalani, we know that our fathers, I think you once touched on this. I'm not sure with, I'm raising Mlotshwa.
We're raising Mlotshwa.
You know, so we were, okay, it was men, most, you know, men, I mean, women at home raising the kids and whatnot, right? And obaba bethu mabehlika station, right? Bebengena phi? shibin. There was a shibin.
Oh, okay.
You know, and then the very same man has to go back home.
So
and akhulisa ingane and all. And lapho ube since ahambe for a month. You know, so I'm coming to say ukuthi the way that our society was conditioned, whether we like it or not, we're still suffering from that. You know, though things have changed, though things are different now, though hence we have such podcasts. You know, so we need to understand ukuthi being a man. I'm not a man, but from what I've heard and from what I've seen, being a man is not easy.
Being a good man is not easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, being a man is.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a difficult thing to do because a lot is expected from, I don't know, ngoba mina ngihlezi around. I work with men, so I work in logistics, so I've been working with men like all my life, you know. So I do not know what maybe because I am around that kakulu, that is why. But I see the sadness, you know, in men who are earning, but they're not even earning much, and there's so much comparison, you know, between Bona and Ubaba Wangase next door who's a doctor and whatnot and what and all those things. So indlela leyo uzokhulisa ingane zakhe kanjalo azame by all means. There are men who had nothing but their children are doctors and all. Not all of us are going to have that, but we cannot leave those guys behind. No. The fathers who were not there and all of that. I don't know if I'm making sense, but
it's just it's such a difficult. It's a difficult situation. Again, we are here now. Again, as I said, I think it's engineered. Guys, did you guys know that Philip Morris is one of the biggest owners of food in America, the cigarette company? So Angiti, they did the whole changing from cigarettes being legal to making advertising illegal, and there was that negative narrative, and there was a whole shift, and cigarette companies from Marlboro to what started buying food companies, you know, bigger craft foods, and then they took their scientists that were creating these cigarettes, making it addictive, went and then started tailoring food in the same way. And they started marketing food, and they started funding studies to ensure this is the situation. And then you've seen, obviously, if you look at the graph, the obesity has gone up. And I'm trying to make a correlation between that social engineering to our social engineering. But now I'm trying to find a solution. You could see, okay, now we're a generation where, you know, your seed oils are disgusting. We're in a generation where our trans fats are disgusting. We're in a generation now on this topic where the men's voices are softer and they're diminishing and they're disappearing. What is the solution for us to change that? You know, what do Osisi, who's watching this, who has a son, has a partner, has a brother, has a father, and his father is the one who works in the logistics and his voice is diminished. And we are more this person might be 5 to committing, or this person might be depressed. How do we assist bring those voices back?
You know, like I say, I work in a male-dominant environment, and you'll find that these men uthatiswa the whole day espanning. Then the next thing, and unproductive, I need to mention, because ekhaya is not okay, and emsebenzini is not okay. Then how is that guy going to strike the balance? How is he going to live? How is he going to be a better man? Where must he go?
You know, my pain is seeing little girls who are seeing that dynamic in Lini, and then they get into the university world.
It's because
and
there's a voice.
No, but and then they start
of a mother.
They start expecting that from men out there. You've got a generation of sisters who might have fathers at home. They've never asked their fathers for Michael Kors bags or weaves that cost 6,000 rand, but they're expecting it from their boyfriend of 3 months. They're expecting it from the guys who follow them on Instagram. Sabawal this, Sabawal that. And I'm saying, Wuti, is the dangers of not seeing it at home. Wuti, time is perceived as weak. Wuti is perceived as strong. is the danger not that we might raise daughters that go out in the world seeking for something that doesn't exist? I was.
That's a difficult one. That's a difficult one.
Yeah, balandile.
So, you know, the problem is there's a mother. Guys, we need to take accountability. I heard you say that they're going to say, I don't take accountability. Mina, I thrive on accountability.
Okay.
So, we need to accept, Uguti, there's a mother that is feeding this child. Uguti, your father is useless. Your father this, your father that, your father that. And ingane izokhula ngaleyo ngqondo leyo yokuthi if my father is like this, it means that all men are like that. And then uyahamba laphayana uthatha lobo bully bakhe uyobufaka kuphi. I want to share a story, and I do not know whether I should, but I think I just share it?
Don't say names, Margaret.
Yeah, don't say
names.
Yeah.
As it's always touch and go when you share these stories, because
yeah. Okay. But it's about me. The story is about me.
Okay.
But now that it's going to reveal someone else.
Okay. But yeah, maybe don't say the name of the someone else.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then it's a very, very sensitive issue. No.
Must I pause something for you? Yeah?
What's happening?
I'm finished.
It's umncede. What's about wena?
And I think I want to go back to lento oyikhulumile ne of the brutality also.
Yeah.
Ne? But then we must understand. Hence, I started by apologizing.
Sure.
Uguti, at some point, we need to accept that part of us being wrong. Okay. So, and I did mention that I was raised by a woman who said, Mawufika laphaya, now I want to dip into
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ne?
Okay.
Mawufika laphaya, now don't be like this, don't do this, don't. But mangifika ngiyabona ukuthi into kahle kahle yenza umshado usebenze. Yiyo lento kuthiwa, don't do it. Okay. So, unfortunately, I was married to someone who had a lot going on.
We had a lot going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Empilo like so njengoba manje nami ngibona ukuthi I was just not as innocent in the whole thing.
Or in things not going so great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because as women we ukuthi ngifuna silungise le ndaba kalo mama. I don't know if I will ever be able to get it. The mother that is busy saying, So now let me just put a disclaimer. Now I understand that umshado Mlotshwa by both people. It's not just one person.
Okay.
Right. So ngaphandle because we say that men are reactive, ngaphandle nizobona lo bhuti or who's just on the streets ojolayo wenza yonke lento le. But inside there's
nothing.
No, not kune bully. It's either there's a bully that he's living with or no, I know that question is gonna come. No, I was not a bully. I was not.
I want to tell stories about you, Pep.
So the first episode. It's about me, but
okay.
In general, at some point. So the first episode on Men Speak podcast, it's me and my ex-husband. So yes, so that should tell you when we so.
boy.
Ufuna ngikhulume? Sawubona sisijama.
Yebo.
Unjani?
Ngaphila unjani?
No, I'm good, thanks. So I've been trying to keep quiet so you guys can focus on your table. Please continue, ma'am.
Yeah.
But I see utables ufuna ngikhulume so bad. Please continue, ma'am.
Yeah. So then I realized this man was not only the one who was at the wrong, who was trash, as you guys would say. Angithi ndanyasho futhi nibizo trash nini.
Abanthina.
Yebo. Mina nithi you guys niyasho nithi siyasithina sithi no, don't say men are trash but abadala.
We're not about trash ntana like brand ambassador ya trash. Usutha men ya trash.
Yeah, ni trash vele. Phela sabe manje ni commit.
Oh.
Sengithule vele. Ngincane senze ndilanda intaba.
So I realized that this man
you can't
So then I realized, Gucci, this Melo Putwaban he was not entirely on the wrong.
Okay.
Right? I also contributed. So my example of a bully is not that I was a bully, but I'm saying gunezinto ezenza that men find themselves out there because they can't be at homes, and you guys have touched it on this many times. That is why we're not saying, we're not condoning it, we're not saying it's right, but if I mean, that's supposed to be your safe space. We understand. So we need to fix. That is why women, we need to fix ourselves, guys. We need to understand that we can never and always be right. And things cannot always want to go. Take it from me. You will be divorced as a woman uzithola ungenandoda because wena uyibully, because wena izintomele zambe ngawe, then 12 o'clock ebusuku buhlezi kunendoda phambi kwakho, now ayisekho, then what? So you must be able to take accountability and understanding that you are not always right. I'm not trying.
Hey,
Sis Jabu speak about herself.
We
are projecting.
Yeah.
Let's keep
You know what we spoke about earlier about raising the girl. It's ultimately, men by their nature may just want an agreeable woman, man, submissive woman. That's how much it before.
But when you're raising your child to be the opposite.
No, we will unpack it. I think it's a conversation that we need to.
That's not true. What you're saying is not true. Men are different.
Okay. That's another thing.
I have a lot of questions from what you guys were saying. Sorry, Debza.
And you're right. Men are definitely. There's some men really want a woman who is strong.
But mom,
remember as well.
They want a mom. They want a strict mom at home.
You must remember as well, you know that point you're raising with men are different. We are speaking from a perspective of a traditional woman, traditional man. So even some of the things now that we're speaking about that 10 years from now, Mamang's going to be lonely, it's based on how we were taught from our grandparents. Daughter is this. The modern man right now has become different. Mlotshwa last week utena angahlala endlini bamuphi imali. Ahlale yena kube mnandi. Akere uthule jwala ntwana. Were you serious?
He was lying.
Okay, no. I was just lying. So mina ngithi ngicela osisi bangiteste. Bangithumela imali. Ngithumela imali ngibona ukuthi sizokwenza ngikwenzeni.
So there are some men who want to sit at home and not work. What does that say? That is not a man. Yeah, maybe made up your camp. You call 1 meter when on a folk all.
No,
that's the owner. Chaleta here, honest no.
Fighting cut luck.
Yeah. I'm saying there are some men who are like that.
Yes.
So we need to also then what who want Kamala Kuchule?
Penwell, Penwell.
Oh,
I say well done on sorting out the Limpopo thing. So you're not leaving?
No, I'm not leaving.
Jeez, shout out to you, dog.
Yeah, I'm not leaving.
So again, says on camera.
No, you are gonna come on camera.
Nah, it's chilled. I don't need to come.
No, you are gonna come on camera.
It's okay. I don't need to come.
So what I'm saying is there are Amanmakeka Vaili. Can't you what's allowed today?
Penson felt wrong for what he did. You shared something very sensitive here and he brought it onto the platform.
Yeah.
Penson is not a safe space.
That's
my first note.
Thank you so much.
And I'm addressing him on camera so that he's aware.
Thank you so much.
It was sensitive about your schooling past. Was a special kid. Pam was this ngoba phela kusho performer.
But now
I'm gonna defend them team man.
What's it very slow?
I actually wanted to ask you, when you guys spoke about your kids, of which I think kids are very sensitive. Yeah. Like Coffee said, or you asked people to not post his kids.
Yeah.
And then obviously because social media people are trash, they decided to troll that.
Yeah.
When you spoke about your kids, the way you were speaking, my immediate question was going to be, is the father present? Are you with someone? And I think you've answered that.
I mean, I don't want to ask because I was scared with how far can we go.
It's a touch and go kind of a situation.
In a touch and go, or we are very.
So,
it's like
April, May, June, July.
Who is so like
August?
You never miss him when I miss. I must be careful of my words.
Don't talk about him. Don't talk about him. Please. I just wanted to make that point.
Yeah.
That's all. So you're not with the father of your kids.
No.
And it sounds like you have some guilt, which is why maybe you want to speak about female accountability.
It's from how I did some of the things.
That's guilt.
Yes, there will be.
So because of your guilt, you feel like a lot of other women should also be guilty because you can see
No, not
they
that
are
they
wrong.
should be guilty, but they should at least be aware that they do not trend on these streets of always trying to be just this strong woman, this woman, and all of that. There's nothing wrong with men. With women being strong and understanding themselves and working and doing things for themselves, right? But at the end of the day, kunobungozi obukhona kuleyo nto le. So that is why people like us will come out and speak and say, uhambe kodwa ubuye, don't go.
We don't say the
know?
full picture. We don't talk, and this is what gets to me when we have these conversations or social media. We see the one side of the coin, and then we're meant to conclude.
That's my problem.
If you are a professional rugby player, and we see you Springboks, so that there is so much that you're sacrificing on the back end that we're not seeing. Your health, whatever the case may be, your family, you're this, you're taking years off your life, let's just say. But we're only looking at the one aspect. The same way that when we were young, we'd say we want to become these billionaires, not realizing there's so much that you need to sacrifice to become that. So yes, sisters, brothers, shims or days,
Why are you so inappropriate when ngizwe mchunu?
Then
say sorry. Shimza.
There's something that I need to correct. There's something that I need to correct, guys. Because me and the father of my kids, we are in co-parenting, right? But like I said, Gucci, kunezinto akadlula kuzo, right?
Yes.
Namanje.
Yeah.
Okay.
As we all do. As we all go through things.
It's a pity that he won't maybe agree to come here, because Mina, I don't like talking for him.
Please don't. Don't.
I always prefer to talk for myself. But on that episode, he really that is why I can speak, because
so we're out there already.
Yes.
Okay.
It was between the two of you.
Yes.
That's an episode worth watching. You and your ex-husband, the father of your kids,
had first episode,
heart to heart. I remember Gogo's Koteni, her ex-husband, I think, Umonde Shang, did something similar when they lost their child, where they were opening up on their shortcomings.
Even Dineo has done it with the ex-boyfriend, didn't it?
Have you guys seen those clips? I think they're on TikTok, where you see your ex and you speak to your ex.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
And I think it's like, obviously after a certain time, like 3 years or 5 years, you see your ex, and then like there's like, you guys play like this little game where you pick up cards and you ask each other questions.
I haven't seen it. Debs has seen it.
No, I have
Sorry,
seen
Sis Chabo.
No, I have seen it.
We interrupted you.
As you
Except Sis Chabo speaking.
Wabona to me. Rover right over knows hope up.
Okay, that's fine. You've pointed your finger. Sis Chabo, please continue.
So I was saying that we're not fighting. Okay, sure. It's just that and I want you guys maybe to help a lot of us, that he will mostly be available when there's turmoil or there's, life-threatening, and then from there, then he's not there.
No.
For his kids.
Oh, you made it seem as if he'll be there ending.
No, sorry. No, not that.
Do you know why he does that?
I always try to have conversation with him to say, why uvela nje uma kunjalo?
Maybe that's his understanding of fatherhood. Only in tough times. Don't call me for the petty things.
But then...
Does he send money?
Hey, no. Let's not go there. Let's not go there. It's a fair question.
Yes.
It's just we speak about something.
I'm doing everything myself, guys.
Okay.
I'm doing everything myself.
I'm sorry. The question was fair. It's actually for Sis Chabo.
No, it's the truth, guys. It's the truth. I do everything myself. And
except for in tough times, that's when he shows up.
And that we need to give it to him. You know, ukuthi he is available when that, and ngaleso sikhathi vele nje I don't know what to do, but he will step up and fix that. But then the kids will say to me, but he's always available when we do wrong, but he's never here.
This is stuff you discussed in that episode. This is new stuff.
We meant to have the second episode, which we haven't. But on the first episode, we were just both acknowledging that he was young, I was young, and kwenzakala izinto eziningi, and he's not
in absentia. I'm happy for you to just discuss what you guys discussed on the platform without new information.
No, there's a lot that was said there.
Because I'm thinking, I don't think I'm strong enough to have a sit down with any of my exes in my life.
It's like Will Smith.
That is very.
No. khona iflop yenzeka nakakaze kutshela but izokutshela there.
Will Smith said with his ex-wife.
No. When we speak, la khala.
And her transgressions.
I'm barida. Tell me something. Why did he do that in fact? But anyway.
See, men don't cry.
Jada went on later to explain that Will wasn't meant to be there. He asked. Have you seen that?
No.
I don't know if she was speaking to Stephen Bartlett in another interview. The plan was for her to go to the red table alone to go and discuss August Alsina and everything that transpired in the entanglement.
But
Will Smith asked to come and sit next to her.
It was such a flop from Jada, and I'll tell you why. We need to get to a point where we can see the emotional state of our partners, and we who are less emotional need to be able to protect them. And I think what tends to happen at times, if anyone's been in a real deep romantic relationship, Guti, there's certain questions your partner asks, or there's certain things that she or he that you like in your mind, because you can see what there's a way to maneuver around that. And even though you guys might discuss and unpack it and do a different table talk, but because we boom for the whole time.
In the first place, why should this thing be on the podcast?
She wanted to address it because August Alsina raised it on a platform. Do you feel the same about Black Coffee cheating on Entle and impregnating 2 women?
What do you mean?
Black Coffee was Jada.
Okay.
Or like,
he wasn't
speak about
considerate to Entle and her pain.
So did he go and post the other 2 women?
No, I'm just saying you said sometimes we must consider our partners and their pain.
No, I was talking about in a public space like that.
That's the thing.
So they both public figures. So to Entle as an example, anything he does is public.
Not anything he does. A lot of the things that they do is public. I don't know if the stuff that they've gone through, if it wasn't brought to our attention through the parties, we would have sat on it for as long as we did.
There's some things very much.
So you don't feel the same about Black Coffee?
No, but I mean it's different things. I was talking about protecting Muntako publicly.
Part of protecting your person is not cheating and hurting them.
100%.
But that doesn't mean now you must go on social media and speak about it.
So I'm saying
I'm not talking about speak. Penson made a point.
Sure.
He used Jada and Willen as an example.
But you said,
and he said Jada should have maneuvered. I understand.
Sure.
I'm saying, does he feel the same? Because his whole point was you should be considerate of hurting your partner and how it looks and how it affects them.
Yeah.
And I was just asking in that aspect, does he feel that Black Coffee also should have considered Entle and not cheated? Because
are we ever going to get to a point of digging the why since we are here?
But the why is different from why.
Why? They're gonna hate me for this. Why? Okay, let me just paraphrase. Yeah. Why? Umuntu wesilisa noma yena umuntu wesifazane enze into leyakayenzi.
Why they cheater?
Yeah. Why is it different? And people are going to.
Why a cheater? Let's just dig into it.
Yeah, but
why a cheater?
It changes. It's clearly umuntu is not satisfied in whatever, emotionally, physically, whatever, and they go out there looking for it.
Ubuntu would be from that person. Ubuntu would be doing what in that situation? Yeah.
What do you mean?
She didn't hear what you said. You said umuntu, a person.
Oh, a person.
No, I mean, I'm saying you are a man, you are cheating, right?
Are you asking why men cheat?
Yeah, she's just asking you guys.
genuinely.
Why do you think? Why do you think
Is that
men
what you're
cheat?
asking?
No.
She's just saying, why do people cheat generally? We ask the
But you can
question.
answer from.
No,
a
my
relationship.
question is, do we ever get to a point why emshayile?
Yeah.
Why enze lokhu ekwenzile? Do we ever get to that point?
I think sometimes. I don't know about most times. I think sometimes people say, okay, what?
Because if we can get to the whys,
So society
we will be able to understand and try and address things from eqinisweni,
But society,
neqiniso. You know, I don't know if I'm making
society
sense.
doesn't
Am
let
I
the
making
truth.
sense?
So what society says is, girl, it's not you, he's the dog.
You see,
Fuck him.
then
That one.
if we continue that way, then
And
why are we having
I
this
agree.
discussion?
I'm saying, Uti, let's say my partner cheats on me, but I'm still wanting to stay in the relationship. Ne? I'm still wanting to stay in that relationship for whatever reason. And they feel extreme guilt and they now want to go onto a podcast to speak about that. I think we need to, if I'm the one who's emotionally more stable and I feel like I'm in more control and her guilt is, I'd say, no, don't do that. I'm protecting you and I'm protecting the family.
Yeah,
Do
but that's
you
selfish.
remember what Black Coffee
What was
did
that?
on
You're going back to Jada and Will Smith,
yes,
and you're saying Jada should have told Will, don't come to the table.
You seeing it as selfish. I'm not seeing it as selfish.
Angithi phela Will Smith wanted to come to the
Yes.
Why did Will not agree?
But hear me out.
He didn't agree. He
guys,
wanted to.
Guys, when you're in an emotional state, we saw Will Smith's face. We need to understand if you've ever been in a romantic relationship many times. Oh, clearly both of them.
But guys,
clearly both of them
but this is what Black Coffee said when he was on Podcast and Chill, and McG was trying to direct the topic there. He said, "I'm not going to discuss my family." That's what he said.
Black Coffee
he
said
said yes. He
that's dope.
said, "I'm not going to discuss my family. Whatever you know, whatever." But I'm not discussing.
Why must I make it potentially worse?
He said, I'm not going to discuss this. We are
family matter.
family.
'Cause-
At the end of the day, we are family. That's what he said.
Because if
Am I
let's say
paraphrasing?
sephumile ukuthi ngumhethile. Sengumhethile. Okay. Sengifuna ukumhethi. I've broken her one leg. Now I want to break her other leg by putting public shame as well on top of this.
Let me tell you guys why I do what I do, and I want to share a very sensitive story. The one that I wanted to share.
Is it about yourself?
Yes, I was studying, and at some point, I'm just going to go rough on it. At some point, ingqondo yami could not grasp. Ne? I would listen because I was married at the time and there was a lot going on. And most of us, actually in my family, nobody could pick up what I was depressed. Ne? And I kept on failing projects, you know, because I was studying logistics. I kept on failing projects. And I would say the brutality of which I don't think he remembers. Ne? He said to me, Upis, we are failure. You know, Upis, we are failure. La. And if I can study, I'm going to pass. I think he was just in his zone and living. But at the time, I was struggling. I was struggling to grasp. And indlela ebenge depressed ngayo. Indlela bokunzima ngakhona kulo yomshado. There's a lot that happened. If I have to, I don't even want to start.
No, don't.
There's a lot that happened there. And at the end of the day, I couldn't finish my diploma because of indlela. And I was just left with that module. I couldn't. And him not being available, him not being there financially and everything, Senkulma financially, I couldn't finish that diploma. Right? Because of now I had to look after the kids. I've got 2 kids that I need to look after. So I want to talk about the brutality as well that comes with that. Ne? With finding yourself having that partner for your daughter that you maybe most probably do not want. I'm not saying 100% he's that, right? But I'm just saying there are topics that we really need to address and talk about. This is the truth. Women do go through this. But imagine if I can start a podcast right now with everything that I've been through, with everything that I know a man can be, and start say trash podcast, whatever.
So cancellation.
No one is on cancellation, but I've got crowds.
As you speak,
I've got crowds behind me who
will
love
hearing that.
I'm telling you. But what does it help? With the situation that we have as a country, with the situation that we have in our homes, to have such podcasts to perpetuate something like that. You know, I'm not trying to be Jesus. I'm not trying to be what. But at the end of the day, we just need to take account of however the painful thing that happened to me. But at the end of the day, we just need to accept that.
One thing that would be so interesting
the way you are looking at me, I know.
What's the easiest solution to the way we guys, is it to put our hands up and acknowledge that someone else must speak? We struggle to like give each other a chance at times.
Yeah, raise your hand. Yeah.
I'm just putting it as a note.
Sure.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think.
So that they can wrap up.
Sorry. I think you need to raise your
hand.
No.
It's just I'm just speaking out loud. Thinking out loud. Utebs wanted to say something and you used the half gap to get in. And he tried to get in.
One thing that
your hand is not up.
The one thing that the person must do.
Microphone.
Yeah, the one thing that the person must do here, you must otherwise you will never speak.
Your hand.
Go to Penson,
Yeah, Penson and we must address this today. When? And I sharp.
I
just wanna. So
you know where this comes from? It's very unhealthy for us. We come from an area, or we come from a community in Newcastle. Our friends and our neighborhood. Yeah, we used to debate and argue a lot. So we learned how to speak louder. Yeah. To throw you off shy joke. Yeah. And then as soon as you like,
so also cool mama. Go shy joke. Okay, I'll keep quiet. But tell you a secret. Talk.
I'm telling you, trouble for connecting the
so you raised a couple of important points. Number one, you want to raise a strong daughter, which is projecting society, and I agree.
Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to say is, in the last 2 weeks, I've realized that we're very different.
Yeah.
On social media, we are different. Almost anything someone says, no matter how stupid and toxic and vile it is, there's a group of people that fully agrees, even though they're educated, they're smart, they earn well, they fully agree. Whether they're projecting their own traumas or whatever, but we are so different. So sometimes I'm trying to train myself to learn to listen. I can judge from my own perspective, but to say my piece, and then when they start disagreeing, I'm like, I think we're just different, and I let it go. So please raise whatever you want to raise. But I agree with how you want to raise your daughter. There will be men for her.
Yeah.
And we must train her how to find those men.
Sure.
For her. But at least you'll say as a timer that you did your best.
Yeah.
The biggest solution to this thing you guys raised earlier, and I know you guys are not going to like to hear this, even Mrs. Chab is not going to agree with this. Men and women are equal. If you could embrace that, you'll understand that some women are bullies, some men are bullies.
Yeah.
Some women want to be housewives, some gents want to be house husbands.
Yes.
Some gents don't want to work, some women want to.
Yeah.
The reason men are weak is because they don't have good leaders. But the leaders don't have to be male.
Yebo.
That's what we're missing.
Yebo.
If men can be like, usis Jabu fetu span logistics thing span, usis Jabu mlungamba so
done.
He'd get his span.
Yeah, that's
and
it.
Listen to her and go and forget that she doesn't have a penis.
Yeah.
She's a good leader. Winnie Mandela. Go. When there's no mkwanazi for men.
Yeah, the thing is, before we hit this, sorry, I just want to say something, man. No, we're not another guest.
The other thing, a note from me. Sorry, another closing note from me. If you guys can, Sister, I know you're considerate of the audience. Please try and forget the camera.
Yes,
it's actually messing up this chat. As Kulmanj.
Yeah. Well, you content director. You know what I wanted to ask you? The way you speak, it sounds like you want to save women. It sounds like you have some sort of deep-seated pain. Maybe something happened. And
we all have traumas.
And now you're at a point where you're like, Ish, man, I think there's a lot of women that are actually perpetuating what I've been through or the experiences that I've been. And you're trying, and you want to save them. Why do you want to save women? Because you, as you speak, you never individualize all these things. It's always woman. You know what? Why do you want to save women?
Maybe I was trapped in that I'm trying to generalize and not be specific and talk about. Yeah, but I'm not a bully. That one I still emphasize.
Okay. No, that's not a bully thing for me.
Yeah, I think this is analysis.
So I'm inviting people.
I'm not a bully. I'm not a bully.
Why do you want to save women?
I do not know why it sounds like I want to save women, but at the end of the day, I'm just saying let's take accountability, because women, most or some of them, I'll say again, some of them do not want to take accountability. Umuntu uzovimbela ubaba wengane to see the child.
It is Satan.
We're trying to fix.
Yeah?
We're trying to fix.
What is Satan? In your language?
No, I'm saying no Satan.
No, I mean I don't like women who stop a match. It's a very.
No, but when this is job, you said when it comes to cheating, we need to ask why.
Yes.
Why? We should also ask
I've
why
heard stories,
for those women.
I've heard stories of why. I think that, like years ago or whenever I did post something like that, to say women must not, and even men who are psychologists and whatnot commented to say no, sometimes those men are not good for the kids and all of that and what. But how do you decide that man is not good for the kids? What if the very same thing ayenza lezo zinto is because wena umvimbela ukuthi abone ingane zakhe?
So, here's my theory when it comes to that. I think women as the gatekeepers of who they will allow to seed, to germinate and grow a child. You know, because at that time, or morning after, whatever. So you guys are the custodians of his skoni and upreka.
These are facts. Mary Stopes is making bank.
Yeah, bank, ne? Yeah, also usisi manje yabona usisi mangafuni ingane yakho nje uyahamba ye clicks iyothenga morning after nje kuphele nje spam sakho. So yeah, now I lost my train of thoughts.
Oh, that's great. Yes, I'm getting fast. Get that. This is what you're getting.
I will not change how I was raised. Not only you sharp.
I know how you were raised.
Yeah,
I know how you were raised. Don't lie.
Afrikaans.
So you were speaking about the reasons why women deny children their fathers.
I think.
Except Kubeka.
Afrikaans. Luister hier, Tepsiki.
So
So, as the custodians of that, I think they also use their power, high horse, whatever, to also judge if this is a good man or not. You know, is this man good enough to get him school? Is he good enough to bust inside? Is he good enough for his seed to stay inside of my body for 40 weeks? Is he good enough as a man?
Are you saying initially for the sex to happen or
everything?
No, Penson is explaining something. He's saying that because women decide they want your child, they feel that they also should be the decider of whether you should see the child or not.
You know, she's the one that's decided if your penis is good enough. She's the one that's decided if your penis is good enough. She's the one that's decided if your sperm. She's the one that decided if it's worth keeping your child. Now, when you have a child, she's the one that's going to decide if you are good enough as a man. And if she doesn't back you as a man, then she'll never back you as a father. Because it starts as a man before it gets to become a father.
Why that child
not every child.
Most of them.
I don't know about most. I don't know about most.
Most of them.
Are you asking boy or girl?
They would go and then magafika thola ukuthi okay mhlambe uloke njalo and what not.
No, let me give you a real answer. I'll give you a real serious
please.
answer. The reason is some children genuinely want to know who their fathers are and why their fathers not in their life.
That's it.
And those kids go out of their way. Other kids don't want to know and they don't make the effort. That's the only reason. Or it could be mhlambe there were rumors somewhere who say yazi ithama lakho liyakufuna. That's all. That's the simple answer. But the women that do that, there was a lady on tonight's conversation that said this, and I think I've said it on this platform. She said when a couple splits after having a child, generally both of them are not in a good mental state.
Yeah.
And it does not make sense that people that are not in a good mental state have to make a decision on what's best for the child. And in this case, it becomes the woman. The guy's cheated. The guy maybe hit her. The guy maybe is denying the child. That woman is obviously hurt because she made the decision to say, I want your child. Or you cheated on me. And in that fragile mental state, she decides, you will not see your child. Women in that state should never, ever be allowed to decide on what's best for a child. But society doesn't want to have those chats.
Don't you think maybe it's anger? It's anger from her side that is
no,
actually...
No, of course. It's anger, it's hurt, it's everything. That's why I think whenever a man and a woman have a child, immediately, so we speak about paternity test, should be standard. Number two, I think a social worker therapist must come in and immediately assess the mom's mental state. Mom, how do you feel? I'm very hurt, but he's a father, he must see his child. Lo mama lo right. He'll never see this child. You're like, okay, this woman's not okay. So we can't allow her, per the Children's Act, to make a decision that's in the best interest of the child. Because we've just assessed.
There's no more.
No, I hear you. I think
that's that told you this lie of the surname, of which I've now I don't believe in that thing. Things will go bad in your life. You don't know your father. You're using the wrong surname. That is the other thing.
I was about to go. That's another reason why a lot of boys go looking for.
Yeah, I was adding to what Mlotshwa.
Some girls do that when they want to get married.
Yeah,
they also go look for their father.
Yeah, so it's that thing that blacks
the tradition shamtas. Yes.
Yeah, the thing that blacks believe in. My things are bad because I'm not using my father's surname. Yeah.
But I actually wanted to come and speak about surnames today. Actually, that was my topic for the day.
Is it?
I've been getting dragged for the past 2 days.
That's another reason. But you must remember, when things don't go well, they go extreme. They never look into their own lives. Why are things going bad? Now I was told because I post some things. I don't know if it's similar to what I posted on my WhatsApp.
I think we, as people, we just lack grace.
Crazy.
We just like grace. Uba no musa nje. To one another.
No. So okay, you must give them up.
Honestly, so no. I just think genuinely. See, because of izinto ezenzeke kithi, we just feel like as limaziyetsheni, we just
let it go. But I'm saying, if I felt that this man, as a woman, let's say, was abusive to me emotionally and psychologically, financially, emotionally, psychologically, if I thought he was abusive to me, my most prized possession, which is my kids.
The more toxic you want to be, the worse you're going to feel when as a
but
person.
a lot of the sisters think that what they're doing is protecting the child. What Utebs is saying on how he's raising his daughter is based on what he thinks is the best for his daughter. It's not based on the fact that he's wanting her to live alone. And no, that's not what he wants. He wants her to be strong, wants her to be in control of her life, and wants her to push away all these loser traits that he's seen in his life. It has nothing to do with
toxicity. Who has a 15 or 16-year-old or in here? 16 maybe?
No.
Because it's always good to allow.
So this is for you, by the way.
It's always good to allow.
What she's discussing now.
And don't interfere in other person's parenting.
Okay.
Because if I want to be a mother and I want to be a father, I will fail dismally. I can only be a mother.
I disagree.
I can only be that to them. I'm not a man.
I
do
agree.
not know how to be a father.
I agree with you, by the way.
I do not know. Even if I can try and put myself on his shoes or men's shoes, I do not know how to be that. I can only be a mother to my kids. And if I try, the problem is when you try to juggle between the two.
And you don't know the other side.
That's when.
But you've never been a man.
You've
never been a man.
Then I've never been a man. And quite frankly, I don't think I want to be a man.
I just say you've never had a 45 man. No. Men again, you know.
You know.
That's why I disagree.
I said you've never been a man. Just say you don't have a penis.
I can't juggle between the two.
A woman.
I can't. So Vumela, ubaba boni ingane zakhe, babone.
What if he's not a good man?
Babone. What is not a good man?
He was abusive to you.
Was abusive to me, then you have to just try. Mina, to be honest,
there are some men who mustn't see their kids. It's but, not all of them.
He was abusive to you, and during your pregnancy, that disappeared.
I know that what I'm going to say is going to sound, however, but I've been in this situation and I'm here now.
Which situation?
That is why I'm saying that. That is why I'm saying, Oguti. It's important to release this anger inside of you. It's important to allow yourself to understand. Move away from that and be able to move. Otherwise, you're going to stay in that anger. You're going to stay being bitter. You're going to stay be that person. At the end of the day, you won't be able to father, or rather, mother in my case, mother the kids, because you are mothering them from anger. Hence, we're having all this. Hence, we're having this conversation that we are having now.
There's mothers that give those fathers a chance.
You're right.
There's mothers give those fathers a chance. Then they pick up the same traits that was directed to them. They see it directed to their kids. And then they go, you know what?
Not all fathers are good fathers. Not all mothers
are good mothers.
We're dealing with good people and bad people in society. What is
Let it play out.
Let it play out. No. Because if what if eguzameni ukuthi abona abantwana bakhe uzoba right? Guys, this thing is killing men.
Seek a professional third party.
Now you're talking.
I can agree on that compromise.
Now
if you see that the other parent is a mess, and you're like, I want to keep the child away, your knee-jerk reaction should be, let me go and seek an objective third party, because
it shouldn't be a default.
Maybe I have a blind spot.
Yeah.
But also, objective
what if
third
you guys
party,
are talking from a point of privilege here?
I'm not.
What do you mean? Sorry. In terms of?
What do you mean?
In terms of Nina, you are. Let me just use.
No, I'm not looking for a third party.
Please don't.
Yeah, but
you guys are good guys, right? You are the guys. No,
I
knew you were going to do that.
Put my knickknacks now. I'm listening to you. Who put my snacks? Look at
you know, so
maybe we're speaking
you
from privilege.
Guys fight most probably to be in your children's lives.
Yes. Now I want to see if
you fight.
Yes.
You fight, right?
Una spend a week fellas no swim for mahala or half. I must see my child. Yes. Yes, I'm that guy.
So, Nina niyalwa. Angithi ukuthi nibe empilo nezingane zenu.
Yeah.
Then kunalabo abangakwazi ukulwa njengani.
Yeah.
Then what now?
For who? Who are you asking
for them? Yes. For them to see their kids. I'm on that.
But are you asking on behalf of the mother?
No, I'm asking on behalf of men.
No, but that guy doesn't want to fight for his child. So what is he asking?
No, what do you mean he doesn't want? You like in my case, my mom said, I don't want you near that person. Ne? Then later, I said, no, I want to see him, right?
Shout out to you, by the way. Your mother was wrong.
Yeah.
And this is very common, by the way.
But when you already saw something.
Do you understand?
It's okay. The bottom line is there's a lot of children that are not seeing the fathers Not because of the biological mother, but her family.
Oh,
grandparents. And I've seen that pet. Okay, so
I will speak about that.
Yeah. So then
she overrode her mom's request.
Yes. And I asked her, let's go. And my aunts, and shout out to my sister, that woman played a major role for me to actually finding my father. So we went on Kumbulekaya, our mini team.
Oh, your own Kumbulekaya.
Yeah.
Dope.
To go and find him. And when we found him, he was not okay. We understand he was just in a state. And trust me, I tried to help my dad until I remember his last words to me. You see, I'm a trauma man. So his last I wonder. So his last words in his kumbulai was like, man, He went and stayed somewhere at the end of the day, then he started speaking Tswana, So he was like, no, Khutata, I like my dad just gave up. But I'm there trying to help him, trying to say, okay, this room, we can do this, we can do that. And one day I just got a call that they don't see him, they're not sure what's going on, but I must come and see. And it was like...
I've got so many conspiracy theories in my mind.
Then I found him and I realized we found him like gone. But
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, and he did not commit suicide or something like that. It was something else. So that is why I'm saying sometimes when we masingakazi figure in certain spaces, we think we know, we think we understand. But we will say whatever we say, but we do not know what other people are going through. I tried to say, but I'm here, I'm here, but he was such in a state that he, because anything that, and when I say this, somebody will say that he could, but postmortem said something else just before they come there and say, so, but at the end of the day, we do not know what we do not know.
I wanted to, but I wasn't gonna say it. I was gonna say there was no dad. As you speak, I'm like, okay, there's an issue of time here, because I've seen a pattern of
that most, one. I acknowledge.
Yeah, as you're speaking, Shem, I'm like, okay, there's an issue here of a dad. Most women, if you find a girl, you have a kid, and she says you mustn't see the kid. I've always seen this one pattern throughout. That girl doesn't have a father. Even her mother doesn't have the time.
So both the old lady, even if there's a dad, the dynamics with dad is messed up.
So I've seen it. Most of Amachita that are not allowed to not allowed here. It's because the old lady and Nalo Mama bane issue Yamatime. So
whenever I see like a lot of even the stronger females that are unnecessary at times.
Sure.
I just know what you.
Sometimes they don't have a choice.
There's no dad here, or your dad was a toxic ndanga.
Yeah.
And you said never will that happen to me.
Your advice to the young people: if you're gonna shambok a woman, you're gonna make her pregnant, you must check that. If I got time,
but most young people when they're shamboking, they're not thinking about making a pregnant.
We in my marriage we used to fight about petty things, man. Things that gradually led to divorce.
Yeah.
Because at some point you'll find yourself just because you were told this. That is why maybe I sound like I'm on women, and it's because I know the voice of a mother. It goes way deep.
Yeah. I want to say two things. Number one, when people are not okay, like for example, we're asking women to go to an objective third party to seek help.
And men.
They normally won't. Say women who are keeping kids from the father because they're angry. I think there's a responsibility for siblings and other relatives to see, would say, unhealthy. Yes, this person might not listen, but let's see if we can get someone to come in and intervene and just assess from how I know as a professional. I'm going to say something about the father of a child, and I just want you to watch how she reacts, and then you'll assess for yourself what you think. The second thing is for the women who are angry, maybe the father doesn't want to be in the child's life, etc. It's not only about the father. The father has family members. Sometimes the help you want, you're like, he doesn't work, he can't do anything. Sure. Who's Dawa? Sure. But he's got a family. He might have his mom, an aunt who might be your saving grace. But because you're so angry at him, you want to punish the entire paternal. So for women who have a little bit of sobriety, if you can't get through to him, if you are angry with him, be like, my child will know the father's family, at least through his dad, his brother, his mom, because that child will get blessings in that way. It'll be that family that will tell you, we know our son is a mess. We're so sorry, but here's some money.
You know
here's
why?
Some clothes. And that can do everything for your child. Your child will grow up and say, my dad was useless. But yes, the family was so dope. Thank you, mom, for taking me to them.
You know what you're raising? It speaks about another thing, your team. The reason why the families won't intervene, they don't value men. They don't value why that father must be in this kid's life.
Which family? The maternal or the paternal?
I'm saying
the father's
the maternal
family
side.
Or the mother's family.
Yeah.
They don't see it, they're like, oh, it's just a man.
I was raised with all the time. Nabu aunties and so funani. Why won't
And actually, shout out.
So that's another thing that we need to also figure out. What is it about society that says that father is not needed in the child's life? Is it because they've seen other kids? They've seen other kids be raised without their father, and they're like, no, but it's okay. But they're not seeing the toxic traits of those kids.
I want to ask a controversial question. How far should a man go to fight for his kids?
Yeah.
We've got, is it Lerato?
But
Lerato, the movie.
Yes,
Lerato, 1, 2, I think 2 sucks.
Yeah.
Where the guy ends up kidnapping his kid, which I think is extreme. But how far should a man go? Because some men do take their lives from parental alienation. So guys go to court, guys raise money, they lose money. The mother doesn't want to agree. The mother's lying about him on social media. My question is, the guy's like, I'm the type of guy who, I'm ambitious. I make sure that I don't take no for an answer. I achieve whatever I want to achieve in my life. I always wanted to have a child. I've got a child now. The problem, the obstacle, if it was the grandparents or Minanga Kuruza, the obstacle is the mother. Yeah, so how far do I go to have access to my child where the mom is the number one person? Even the judges said you can see your child, but the mother is...
I mean, I'm not sure if you're asking me... Yeah?
I
mean, jail won't happen. No, I mean, I'm willing to...
No, mama, jail. Why avimbela?
If you're asking personal, I mean, to the most extreme, whatever the most extreme
violence.
Yeah, me in a personal.
The mother should be physically violated.
No, not violated. What do you mean violated?
Yeah,
he's saying.
I didn't hear that.
Uteru is not saying. Uteru is breathing. I'm saying that.
Should you threaten her life and her?
You're asking me personally, then go say I'm like currently.
Yeah.
I mean, I to the extreme, bro. If I have to be violent to the mother, yes. Yeah.
No.
Me and whatever.
Legally, the court says yes, you have all right to your kids.
I would
can't you just go back? Can't you just go back to the court? Can't you just go back?
Courts and police. Those things don't work.
You see, then it's a high time that men stand together and fight this together.
We've been trying.
They do. There's an NPO called Fathers for Justice.
No, the men.
We've been trying.
We need more fathers for justice. Yeah. Like us women, if things really go wrong, that is why we have so many women's organizations. That is why at the end of the day, our voice.
They don't work.
Yeah, but there's also women who are trying.
You can't give up. You can't give up.
Tell me.
I'm saying, don't you think that
no, we need more voices coming.
No,
being raised.
I'm saying, would you like? Baningo suspect who are also crying on the other side. The same way it's we're crying on this side.
But I think women that don't want, that are allowing men to see it's abaningi nje ilaba abangafuna boba babone
about satanism. Into is sure, once the courts are all saying yes. Because again, if everybody's saying no to me, my family, the legal system, everybody's saying no to me, then I'm the loser. But if you tell me,
would you stop fighting for your child in that case?
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
I'm toxic.
Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean?
No, so it's two scenarios. It's one scenario where the court rules in your favor. Mom, give dad the access.
Yeah.
The other one is where the court is like,
You know, kids grow up
and his family is saying,
kids,
like,
they grow up.
I mean, in court.
Why do women keep saying this? I didn't trigger like what you're saying now.
No, but kodwa iqiniso guys.
What did you say?
Nina, how old is your child? Then we'll have a different conversation. No. It is important.
I won't say. I want to hear what you say about the triggering thing.
Okay, I said age between. Okay, you can't even say.
10 years old.
Ngithi mina ngiyasho ukuthi ingane ziyakhula guys. At the end of the day, they will want to see their fathers.
Yeah, but
I understand. I understand that. I understand. I'm not saying no. I'm not. We are on the scenario. We are on the scenario where the mother doesn't want.
I will pay that maternal house. I will pay that house.
10 years. I must wait for them to have
We are on that issue.
Now you're making us emotional.
This triggers me.
No, you can't say that.
I want you to be triggered.
Save money.
You are taking away compliances from the kid. No, why are women like this?
You see, I'm here to say,
sorry to get personal.
I'm saying, let's have this conversation. Let this.
I apologize. I'm taking liberty. I'm so sorry.
I'm starting
Can I please get permission?
No.
I'm sorry in advance. Inganyaki zokuthola like you found your father ungekho grand.
Yes.
And then people are gonna be like, no, mlindi uzokuthola. That cannot be the advice that
you know how many members you've taken away from him?
It's because you guys just got triggered. You didn't even want it. You didn't want to hear what I was going to say.
I don't want to hear anything further.
Now triggered.
I don't want to hear anything further. I don't want the opinion.
That's rage. Shows us is a tube. That's rage bait.
You
I was waiting for my
didn't
child to be 10.
You
Not
didn't
10,
even
Mama. You
want
must wait for
to.
them to be 10.
And Mina, I'm not even saying you must stop. You must stop. I'm not even saying you must stop.
If grandchild yako has 4, it's in a 14. Grandchild yako has 4. You're 14. Yo.
Mina, I'm on a serious note. Men need to really step up. We are about this attitude manje any show and any pioneer rather. Yoguti, no, we've been trying. It means you're not trying hard enough.
That's another trigger.
It means you're not trying hard enough.
So you guys want that. So here's the problem. Can I say something? So what you want?
Hard enough is
you want what me and Mlotshwa
No, this
want
is a
to go
trigger.
extreme. So that's what you want. That's another problem. That if you must avoid what me and Mlotshwa say. You must avoid what you guys want there.
To say there are better ways. I'm expecting you to rescue me now and say the panel that I know.
No. I'm not rescue her. I'm asking my child. I'm bend that house.
Stella, no bending of the houses. Stella, no bending of the houses. No going to the extreme and killing and whatnot.
This is a good exercise.
No.
Sorry, Deb, this is a good exercise for Muchabu because she echoes the feelings of a lot of women. A lot of good women.
But you must remember, I'm a woman 100%. Eh?
But this becomes the missing link. This becomes the missing link when we're trying to figure out why Umchita took his life. This becomes the missing link why Umchita went and took a woman's life and then even killed the child. And then when we ask the questions, which she was saying earlier, why don't we ask why? What led to that? And then we explain. When Utebs and Penson are saying we'll burn the house. And then we hear, hey, Konumchito, she's seeing with the mom and the child inside. Some of us take a step back and we're like, yo, I wonder if it's what I think it was. And then you listen to other people saying, no, but just keep going back to the courts. Umchita spent 50, 100,000. No, inganzako zokula kulega. And in that time, Umchita's losing money.
First quarter.
He's losing memories and he's losing his mental health in that whole time. And the people that give this type of advice, they just think somehow uzoba right. And if you were to spin it on them, mom, your child just got kidnapped. You just found out the child is living with the father. And it's like, oh, so you know where the child is. Oh, go get your child. You're like, oh, no, the father unenkabi. Uti ngen sondele, uzonbulala nong. So, it's fine. Or keep going back to the courts.
That's not what I was saying.
No woman would accept that scenario.
Never.
But it goes back to that female privilege.
Flip the script. No woman would accept the advice that she gives.
Uchabu says
I'm actually glad that I can't wait to see this. Uphuza namanzi abantu.
Let me raise this. But
this conversation we needed to have, guys.
No, it needs to be had a lot. And I can tell you now, it's not being had, and that's why guys are hanging and taking women's lives.
Look how men are killing women. Like we really need to talk about it. We need to address this thing because
but we know why.
if a man says I'll go to the extreme,
are we allowed to ask why?
If a man says that, if a man says I'm willing to go to the extreme,
yes.
So what
that
is
and
are
the house
making videos on their phones explaining why they did it. If it doesn't get more explicit than that,
it will never.
She was making me raise a child
And
that's
I
not
know
mine.
the
He's
video
literally
is
telling us, I see you guys are confused about why we're taking women's lives. This is why I
But
did
we
it.
need to talk
so that you're
about
not
this more.
confused.
Let me tell
But people are still like, why are men like why are men? What?
You know you're fair, and now someone
What did I say?
raise another
What did I
man's-
say about the voice of a man? What did I say about the voice of a man?
It
So
sounds like
triggered.
Let me say, there's an episode on, there's a show called Wanyamalala. Ne? And I don't know why they TX that show because it was extreme. This guy.
It's one of your shows that you do.
No, it's not one of our shows. Wanyamalala, the story is, this lady comes onto the shows like, yo, the Lomchita Lona, we have a kid together. He just disappeared. He just disappeared. And I want him to come and support the child. This is segment 1. We're hearing the side of the story of the lady. Segment 2 and 3, they find the guy. The guy is like, yes, Wafetu, I've been supporting this child. Ne? Please
keep the sleep.
And then the guy said, you know what? If you guys didn't come, he says, he stopped me from seeing the child for 15 years. He says, if you guys didn't find me today, I was going to kill this lady tomorrow.
Sure.
He says it live. The host is sitting there shocked. You can't say these things.
Why not?
There must be a
The
law.
host has
There
to be
must be
polite and
a
not
law.
to be political. Yeah, the host will have a chance. He has to. Umchita said it live. If you guys are not here, I'll not bring him because I haven't seen my child for 15 years. And then you guys are asking, why? We don't know why.
Let me ask all of you guys a quick question. Debza, would you...
Hey, now I'm triggering. Would you financially?
We must go for counseling, guys. All of us must go for counseling.
No, let
Sure. Would you be comfortable to support a child that doesn't have your surname if you're not married to the mom? Before you answer, Penson, same question. And then Sis Jabu, would you be comfortable to financially support your child living with the father who has taken away the names that you've given the child and given the child the names that the stepmom has given the child on the birth certificate?
You need to repeat that. I didn't have it.
So you and a man have a child.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, the child is living with the father. The father's got another woman, the stepmom.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a birth certificate.
Mm-hmm.
And he's decided to remove the names that you gave the child from the birth certificate.
Mm.
And he's put the names that the stepmother has put there.
Mm.
Would you still be comfortable to provide for that child?
I mean, I didn't name those kids, so...
So you'd be fine.
I didn't name them.
But you agreed with the name.
Okay, let's say he takes your name from the birth certificate and he puts the stepmom's name as the mother of the children.
Nguphi mina?
Are you co-parenting?
Why esusa amakam?
Because he's married now. He wants to put his wife's name on the birth certificate.
As the mother.
Because you guys are not married. He's married to her.
But there's no sense there.
Why not? They're a family unit. And the children, that's their
so
mother.
I'm not family.
No, you are. That's why you must contribute financially. And then
they're removing the names that I've given to the kids.
Yes.
No.
Would you support the kid?
No, those are my kids, Mas.
No, they are your kids. They're definitely your kids. It's your blood. It's so nice for women to say this. It's so nice for women to say this.
So want confidence.
Yeah.
I would never. You would never. Masiti burn the house down. You extreme. I would never.
No, he said I will go. I mean, I'm trending on what he said. He says I will go to the extreme.
When you wouldn't.
So mina kunendlela engenza izinto ngayo. Ne?
So
So mina kunendlela engenza izinto ngayo, and to start with it will it will even never it will never even get to that point where another woman is changing and doing all that. It wouldn't get it won't. No.
The conversation and the tone, Mama Kwa.
No, it won't even get there, because okokuqala nje, I would want to have a relationship, a proper relationship with that woman.
It's a phone.
But I have tried on my end.
Yeah,
So ingane zithathwe lawfully from me.
You must get kids. You must have the kids.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, no man.
Yeah, extreme. No, so you guys sat in
No,
court.
I actually wanted it to be
The
extreme.
father is married. He out-earns you. So they figured what's in the best interest of the children is going to live in this marital unit. You get to see the kids every second week. And on school
That
holidays.
means I can shoot the podcast every day. That means I can actually do everything that I've always wanted to do.
So you're happy to that?
So there's that side that I'll be able to do everything.
You'll be free, yes.
I'll be
Yeah,
free.
you'll be
Then I can
free.
also get
Yes.
married.
Yes, you're free.
Triggered. Then I'll be able to do things that I want.
So
then then my
agree.
money is my money.
Yeah.
Maybe a certain portion of it, because I'm not an irresponsible mother, then I give it to them.
Yes.
And let him raise the children for a change. Let
Not
me
for a
think
change,
about
forever.
it. Let me just think about it.
He's 16.
Already,
Imagine
from what you were telling me, this woman is toxic.
4 and 2. They took him at age
So
4
already,
and age 2.
what's
She's not
happening?
toxic. The father decided.
Okay,
to
the
change.
father. Oh, you said the woman.
No, I'm saying the father took the woman's name and put it on the birth certificate. He decided. He said, "This is my wife. We're married. We're a family. The kids are going to be confused. So I decided to remove your name." And put
One
her
thing
name.
I know about my children's side, like the father's side, logo ngijanga kwenzeka, I don't have an answer, because logo angeke kwenzeke. Like laba bantu bakanhlapho, they will never allow that.
Do you think a man where the mom is refused to name the kids after his surname should provide financially for the kids, and why?
Say that again.
So man and woman have a child. The father would like the children to have his surname. The mom says, "But we're not married." And she's like, "But you must pay maintenance." And the guy's like, "Why must I maintain kids that don't have my surname?" What do you think of that?
Mina, to be honest with you, I honestly believe that children must have the father's surname.
But they don't. So umchita's coming to you saying, "Hey, sis Jabulile ngicabanga ukungondli. Ngoba le ingane zakakibine asibo Mlotshwa. So I don't know if I must keep providing for these kids." You're telling him, "No, keep provide," or you know what, I understand, stop providing.
Isn't there's too much pride there?
I don't understand what you mean by this much pride.
I mean, like, why would you do or take such a decision?
Some people from a traditionalist point, whatever.
Why would you want children to suffer like that? Because whilst you guys
But
are
they-
fighting
That's
and
for the
people,
mom who doesn't want to give the
But
surname.
the mom is not seeing the suffering. The mom is saying you haven't respected tradition. Ingane sihlawulile or uhlawulanga for whatever reason.
as a
Therefore,
tradition,
ingane
because angizazi kahle zizongihlula zizohamba
So just
zingixaka.
for example, ingane ngithi yalotsholwa ingane uzohlawula because you are unmarried. Okay. Or whatever the case may be. So again, you can't take the child's surname until uhlawule, pay damages, right? So ingane izoba kaMlotshwa. Once when ababa you have paid the damages, then we can go change the surname ibe kwaNhlapho, type of thing.
So what is so difficult for a man to do that?
I don't know, man. Oh, I don't believe in that tradition.
Let's say
Then
he's-
there
let's
must
say
be a
he's done
common
it.
ground. There
There's
must be
no
a
common ground because
there's
my
a
family
common-
believes in this. It's like saying, if I'm Islam and you Christian, what's the common ground in religion? You know, one
That's
person
a
has to
complex and a difficult.
Yes, but that's exactly what happens with a lot of traditions as well. You know, Guti, mina ngumZulu, ngishada no Mpedi, no Mxhosa, whatever the case is. People also see it as very complex, you know, because they believe maybe going to the mountain, whatever the case may be. So give me Sorry, you can carry on your point around.
Oh, okay. Actually, you were.
Debza, please, sir.
Oh, I haven't answered.
It's okay. You can answer after him. Before
Yenza joke ukhuluma.
So right, man.
I'm worried in a while. So he was the first person I asked.
Mina was too triggered.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I'm supporting nonsense, man. Never.
But you're not married.
Yeah.
You're not married.
Mara ke re ke tlaotse bana
Yeah, but that's for violating the daughter.
Okay. Are you speaking about me married or I'm not married?
Not married.
Ingane biza isibongo samama.
Yes.
And akusohlawule bana.
You've paid damage. The damages damages are for the woman. Yes. They're not for the child.
Kinyetse ngwana na. Yes
so
or
you
no?
must buy the surname.
Yes, it is.
No, some families can offer that.
Yeah.
But in the situation where they offer that, I guess then it's up to you.
So I'm asking in your example, have I ngwana ke mnyetse?
The child is yours.
Yeah.
Everyone knows the child is yours. The mom is just refusing to change the surname because you're not married to her.
And I've paid everything for the kid to take my
Paid
surname.
damages. No, the paying for the surname now is done transaction. Where there are solutions, it's solved. It's
I will not.
Mother is saying
I'm
no.
speaking about a situation where the mom is refusing.
No, that child doesn't have anything.
So there's no law covering that.
I don't care. Sorry?
So that child
She doesn't have your surname.
No.
You wouldn't maintain. That's illegal.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's okay. Arrest me.
Or you also agree?
Who?
Yeah, that's fine.
When?
If the child doesn't have my surname, it's not my child. It's just that simple. So, ngizobengenza favor, might as well nginika imali to iphara lasekhoneni. Ingane nganayo isibongo sami. Mina all my kids are my names. Bonke nje. Imangane ligama lami nesibongo sami akuyona ingane yami. It's the women know this before even a single skin of penis was inserted. A next.
A single what?
Penis skin.
Penile. Peanut butter.
Penilage. Yabona ingakangeni penilage. Bethiwa ukuthi ingane engayona eyami ngeke ngiyondle.
Yeah.
Ngokwenzela ifavor assist.
Yeah.
So uthi yeah but it's your child. Ngithi but njoba lengane ibiza ithi Patrick Hlatshwayo. Yeah, but it's my surname. No.
Women
izondliwa leyo ngane
ba Patrick. And women need to also understand that a woman is the only person that fully knows good lomntwana lo wakhe. You know, I can
at the very least
This is a complicated.
At the very least, Debza, at the very least, angithi you know ukuthi yabani ingane. At the very least, give the surname to me.
Yeah. Let's
say you are 50-50, not too sure, or you know it's not my child, whatever. At the very least, you won't disaster.
Yeah.
I mean, at the moment, Uti, it's got another surname.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Anak support.
But the moment it's Mlotshwa lo. Ngisho ukubona ukuthi but Mlotshwa mamakhaya.
Mara Mlotshwa boy.
But Mlotshwa by the sake ukuthi ane-prejudice Mlotshwa.
That's an identity.
I maintain lengane. Maybe mhlawumbe masine 21 I found it's not my child, it's a different story. But kwamanje uzoyi-maintain. But ngeke maintain ingane engayona yami. And the only way mina I can say yami ngakuyona yami is the surname.
Surname, yeah.
So ufika nesibongo sakho ubaba wakho nomkhulu wakho nomubhuti bakho bazoyondla leyo ngane.
So angeke ushade like umuntu onengane.
Uba
asking for a friend.
Mina
asithi nje mhlawumbe unengane
You must be a stepfather. Would those children have to change their surname to support?
Actually, that's what I'm trying to understand.
No, yeah, it was very different. Asking for a friend. About
asking for asithi nje mhlawumbe une-teenager
16, 14 now.
Asking for a friend, not for yena.
No, you're general.
Yeah.
So manje ukushada wena means ukuthi fanele maintaining ingane zakho.
Yes. That's what she said.
No, I'm asking.
Yes.
It's a question.
Yes.
So ngishada wena nengane.
Yes.
How?
No, but that's not Baba.
But that's what you're saying again. That if he's marrying you, he must also maintain your kids.
Like, let's say it's just my case now. He's not maybe supporting it. Or
no.
Do you want him to marry you and your kids?
I want to separate it because I can answer it separately.
But so you're marrying her and the kids.
Yeah, then ingane ngiyazlobola, ingane kuyalotsholwa ingane zashine ziba kwaMlotshwa. Mase ngi-maintainer iy'ngane
Uyabona from who?
from abakababa.
Also, you need to speak to their father.
Angithi uthi ubaba akekho. So
Kusho bantu baba.
nasi isigebengu.
Or when you go to Zambia, go baba to confirm.
Angithi mase ingane kuthiwa ngizimaintaine mina. Angithi you're not saying who's maintaining the kids, they're going there every second weekend. Because if that's the case,
you mustn't change the same.
I'm not changing nothing.
No,
I'm there to focus on you.
Yeah,
I'm not there to focus on anything. Yes, I might buy yabona chips. Those are nebulous things. Yabona something we're gonna trip.
Half school fees.
Okay, man. Sick.
Predictable.
Shukuthi thina nje
osisi
abaningane sinenkinga
sis job. Okay, so sis job.
Nina nithe you're going to go to the extreme for the same
100%. That will never change.
So that man is going to do the same. So when you are bringing
when you double money, when you school fees cover like 2. So if you want me to maintain, the kids are going to be Mlotshwa. If you don't want me to maintain, then the kids can be given. That's okay. Yes, Ukiben is there. He's present. He's a great dad. You there? Why must I step up? I don't have to. Ingane zo Ukibine, intona call me Uncle Pen, Nkrendi, no qualms.
Sure.
Then stop going after women who have kids because you're just going to complicate.
I'm not complicating nothing. I've given you 2 options.
No,
So no one must troll with you.
No, I'm just saying.
Which option do you want out of the 2 that I gave you? Which option do you want? Which option do you want?
When you the way you like.
Yes.
No, not the way that I like. The way that it will work for both of us. Because now
what works for you?
It's one way right now.
What works for you?
No, it's
that the father doesn't maintain, but the kids I maintain and they keep the father's surname. That's what works for you.
So when are you're making it very difficult because now.
No, I'm asking you what works for you. That the father who's a deadbeat, let's say hypothetically whoever this father is, John is a deadbeat. The kids must keep John's surname, Kamnandi. The deadbeat that's never involved, but I must pay this kid's medical aid, maintenance. I must pay. Let
me help her. I think you're intimidator. You're intimidator. You're intimidator. What Ucha was trying to say. What Ucha was trying to say is she'd like to get a man. Yeah, she'd like to get a man who can assist where he can, and they help each other out. The other things like surname and what I think comes.
We did say we'll buy a Mazimba for the
maintenance because maintenance then speaks to maybe a potential school fees.
Aniti, she's speaking for you. Asked her.
No,
and from the way she phrased the question, she was saying she'd like someone because that's how her question was phrased.
Yes,
we're together. The father's not helping out. You're my man.
Yes.
So where you can,
I asked her, what does that look like?
So it includes school fees, medical aid, whatever.
She must say that because I gave her the option of if the father's there helping, I'm happy. The father.
No, she heard that what you're willing to do.
So then
you asked her a question.
So this is the reason why women go back to the father of their kids. Then
what?
Yeah, so I see. It means this is the reason why they go back there because then you meet women. I mean, men who speak like this. Then women like.
Because you make them seem because
let me go back there because now you want to change. You're just bringing too many dynamics.
It's not too many dynamics.
You want to change the surname.
Let Uchabu finish.
You know, you want to change the surname when you can't support kids that are not yours. They must have your surname, but the kids are not yours.
That's the bare minimum.
She's answering you. She's answering you. Listen.
It's a serious factor.
So I must pay school fees.
She's answering you. She's answering you.
And to start with, it's not like I'm not able to pay the school fees.
Pay for the school
that I can't. I mean, you found me doing all these things that you are so triggered.
Why am I paying school fees?
And I think most women are like you, and it's only fair. And when you find a guy okuthandayo and he has the means, he'll assist.
Yeah.
assist
Or
them.
Ika speaking about this when they're talking about the younger guys.
Are you guys getting married or la chola?
But it doesn't matter.
Who's married? And
It doesn't matter though.
No, it's okay. It matters to me.
You remember what I said earlier? Men are different. There's a man who's gonna see Uchab and be like, I really like this lady. But Chole, maybe she meets the kids. The guy likes the kids. So to add an extra 5 steen or 10 steen a month, doesn't mind.
Mike mfethu uthi ufuna ukukhuluma kawuthi hayi sizo ngakhuluma size thathe mic wena uhlale phansi wena hey wena that's why ayikarikena masomfe
Yes, but men are different.
And I accept that men are different, honestly, and I'm not even fighting that. But
you better agree with
I met another man.
No, all I'm saying is that unless it's a situation where mhlambe uyamthatha lo muntu umfaka kwakho and then uyamshada.
Yes, that's where I was going.
Maybe then you can negotiate that thing of like I'll even extend towards paying for school fees but I don't think the man is obliged to do that.
He's not obliged.
Yes.
Yeah, no man is obliged. You guys are just sharing your opinions.
No man is obliged.
Where I disagree with you is that I don't think a guy should be going to the extent of taking.
No, Sizo, you're not hearing what I'm saying. At no point did I say it's an obligation. I'm saying men are different.
No, I'm not saying you said it's.
Why don't you disagree? You're disagreeing with guys that do that.
Yes, I'm saying I'm disagreeing with the fact that you're saying, Wuti, some guys are different, and it's okay for guys, even if I join.
That's correct.
To extend themselves in that manner.
They do it all the time.
Yes, they do it, but I think that's where they shoot themselves in the foot.
That's okay. That's your opinion.
It's not okay.
You know, I once heard you guys here
You know there are women, there are women who maintain men's kids. I don't know if you guys know this.
Yes.
There are women who are maintaining their boyfriends' children.
And when we do it,
so
we
it can't be crazy that there are men
That's
that do it and they don't mind. No, that's what you guys are saying, and that's fine.
Yes.
I was saying,
so I don't want to be a man. What I'm saying is on both ends.
Penson asked to Sis Jabu, because she asked him, he answered for himself, and you guys agree.
Yeah.
So he's asking her, so what are you looking for? And she tried to answer, so nothing getting him sis. Because her views are generic views. A lot of women that have children are hoping that
they want it all.
Umchita would step up.
they're hoping that they will date a guy, and hopefully, if their relationship is strong and the guy has the means, that he will chip in what he can. That's what they hope for. It's not an obligation.
Yeah.
That's what she's hoping.
And the guy has fuck all rights to the child.
To be fair,
but he must still maintain his kids.
Mlotshwa one unalevarinyana. Because look now, as you dating this lady,
yeah,
and now as soon as you need to. Now Zofunash, is captain for Ingosi. You're gonna expect her to nurture as well.
Spouses involved.
In it?
The reason why I'm asking
is, even if they are involved, you also some cheat and will have expectations for her to take care of your kids.
I will happily take care of a woman and her kids.
Yeah.
Ne? My thing is, what is it that I am buying into?
Sure.
So
you're buying into a love.
No, that's her. Sure. There's always the risk of maslugana what happens.
Sure.
There's always that. And if I'm paying school fees, much like we were speaking about maintaining a woman, what, if she can prove over a certain time that you're maintaining her, you have to continue maintaining her, right? I don't know if that law carries on to their kids. I would assume so as well. Because if you are maintaining her and the kids for 10 years in Sachola, you've got no legal rights, but you have to maintain these kids. What the fuck is that about? So all I'm asking is, can these kids have my surname? I'm saying I will maintain her kids, bro. And once they have my surname, then I'll maintain my kids. Because I'm Mlotshwa la. And okay, fine. It's
catching stress.
It has been happening.
You know what? It seems
culture.
like it's a pocket thing. Because Penson's willing to buy chips, in inverted commas, pizza, maybe pay for the kids to go to the movies.
It's the extreme,
right? No, I'm just saying, based on pocket, you might find that for his girlfriend, he spends 300 Rand a month on kids that are not his. They don't have his surname, whatever. That 300 for another guy is maybe 3,000. And it just so happens that 3,000 covers the kids' fees, because the kids' fees are $1,000 a month.
Even
And
if
to
the
him, he
kids-
doesn't mind. It's like,
it's a principle.
Umama mfethu ngiyamthanda, wenza ikhanda, yenza inzipho. Mase ngithi kuse, qina nayi 3 score.
No, but he's also
For these-
saying that he doesn't want to go with things that have to
it's
do
not
with
a
the
pocket
future.
thing. It's a
I
once
hear
off
what
thing.
he's saying.
No.
I'm going back to this
let's
thing
say
of-
restaurant. Let's say restaurant cost 5,000 rand to go to the
This is what I'm
restaurant,
saying.
but school fees cost 50 rand.
And you have school fees.
Yeah, it's called school fees
Yes.
because it's a recurring.
You're lying.
I'm not lying. How are you going to tell me what I'm
mustn't
lying?
lie now.
No, look at. There's
You
people.
meet a woman.
If you meet a slave queen,
He won't maintain
no,
things that-
he's missing what I'm saying. With a slave queen, you will spend, let's say, 30,000 rand on one night versus paying her rent every month to
Angeke.
because there's
Even
a
both of them.
commitment.
Both
No,
of them.
but hear me out. I'm trying to remove the pocket.
Young
thing.
Chigarisha ngama slave queen.
30,000 rand once off that night.
guys are lying.
Versus, what do you?
Let me paint a picture because you guys decided to use ridiculous amounts. You meet a chick.
Yeah.
Uhlala kubo.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a job. She's unemployed.
Yeah.
Right? You like her. You take her to nice places. She's got these kids. And then you're like, "Okse manje skele?" She's like, "The scale is 6 clipper a year." You're like,
Uzoyikhava.
Uba.
Mina?
Yeah.
I won't.
Nah, then you
It's so
won't.
small. It's not a small amount. It's
the principle, no?
It's the
For you.
recurring. I'll tell you
He's
example.
lying.
I've bought, let's say, girls.
He
Like you buy them like
comfortably paid
bags or a
600.
shoe. Hear me out.
Not two
And-
ngayikhava.
No, but I'm telling you.
This guy is school fees is 600.
Who cares? I'll give you an example. Who cares?
Never.
I will never, bro. It's a principle thing. Now I have to pay every month. No, 50 randi.
How?
I won't do that. From
So-
a principle point,
When she said volume.
I'm not
You
going
must,
to
you
buy
must decrease the
into-
volume.
Yehlisa volume, make your
decrease the volume. Reduce the volume
so
of
guys,
your time.
I do a lot of charity work. Ne?
Ngiyabona nje ukuthi charity work ubuku Penson.
Wow. So I do a lot of charity work. So I look after kids that I find like Eitradini, and on weekends I cook and just go give food to the communities and all that, you know. And I do this out of my own pocket and so on, right? Why I'm bringing this up is because I wouldn't have a problem if I can take care of. Now this is me, right? I can take care of ingane engizithola nje estradini that don't have food and so on. So I will gladly take care of the children of like my boyfriend's children. Ne? Like no sweat, no stress.
Nothing wrong. You're a good woman.
You understand?
I don't support it, but you're a good woman.
Yes, I would do that. Ne? Obviously, this guy, Mhlambe, let's just take a scenario where he can, do things for the kids and so on.
Your kids.
But no, his kids.
Okay.
They are well maintained and all of
She's
that.
looking for a man with a similar heart to her. If you can do it for charity, hopefully, then this shouldn't be a biggie. That's all. And there's really nothing
Now
wrong.
it's not giving onyele.
So
That's the full stop. So makhona osisi abakhona lana ababhizi bafuna ukusitrapha ngengane zaka bani dlamini.
Would you pay scholarships for kids that are needy or that are
Yes,
talented?
that we can do 100%.
Yeah, I can.
What's the difference?
It's a commitment and a principle from my point.
No, I think the scholarship is a commitment.
Yeah.
So you've set up the Penson Mlotshwa Foundation for kids
for-
abagqoka amacici and paint their nails.
Intwana ekwazi ukucula yang entertain mangifika.
No, let's say ugqoka icici, penda nenzi, ufunda grade 11.
Yeah, kama wajima ufakile ngapele. Yeah.
Yang entertain yang gitars.
No, I got entertain. It's just a scholarship. I'm going back to that thing you
But
said.
you gave me my criteria.
You'll
So
never.
based on my criteria,
You said
I'll
you'll
do it.
never maintain someone else's child. I'm just
No.
asking, would you do it in a scholarship form?
So you won't
Yes,
do
and
it
I'm
for
saying
the,
what you
for the
based on my
girlfriend, but
criteria.
you will do the scholarship.
Your issue is this is your girlfriend and the kids have a father.
No.
If those kids meet the scholarship foundation criteria,
I think they
they're
you would
good.
Mlotshwa. You wouldn't
If
even that.
if not, nothing.
Just ngichaza ngani.
Ngiyabuza in this scenario.
No,
Mina scenario, that's why I
Any
do.
scenario. Mina naleyo ngane le yakho. Ngayiphi mali? Mina ntwana. Funa mali mina ngiyakupha umuthi amateki. Sure. Ngeke from a principle ithi sengiyayondla engane.
You are a caregiver now.
Ucha was never asking for that.
It's responsibility. But
Ucha was never saying that.
No, it might be 10%, might be 20%, 50%. But ngiyamondla, meaning that I'm responsible for this child.
People must just fight for their marriages.
Moving on.
They must just fight their marriages.
So I'm saying, I refuse.
Ucha, we're having an epiphany.
I refuse
just stay there. You don't want to be here.
I'm happy ukuthi mangifika ngizokuvasha ngoba umuntu wami ingane thatha ihockey nami ngibonile ukuthi vele ngibless.
Let me ask you another question. Let me ask you a quick question. So you've got a scholarship fund. You fund 100 kids every year.
Yeah.
You meet a chick. She's got 2 kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you squeeze them into your scholarship fund?
I would.
So they excluded.
I would.
Yeah.
They would.
I would never.
They're not allowed in your scholarship fund.
I would.
I
I get where Penson is coming from.
It's a principle. It's a principle.
Hey, shalapans.
I don't want violent and honorary guest. Why not figure like everything?
I want to make this point since we're on the platform because I've been getting dragged for this surname and maintenance thing.
Sure.
And there's a lot of women who are saying pay damages. You have to. They say it's culture. But you will not get the surname because
virgin. Go to Funema culture.
But let's go extreme.
Okay. Anyways, so these women, their big argument is you didn't marry me. If you want your kids to have your surname, marry me. That's the only.
That's what they say. What do you mean? I must marry you for the kid to have my surname.
So I can.
What if I win nonsense? I want the child, not you. One of the issues that we're facing in society is that people make it seem like the mother and the kid into one, and when you're a good parent, and a woman can be a bad parent and a good partner.
Fact.
And swap them around.
Yes. Good mother, bad parent,
yes,
or bad partner.
Yes.
A great partner,
yeah,
shit mother.
Women make it seem like it's.
This is the other point I wanted to make. So their whole tagline is, so when are you maintaining a surname and not the child? The child is yours. Yes. Why should the surname mean
How do
anything?
I know the child is mine?
That's their point.
That's the question.
Sure. So they say dual paternity, but you're not going to change the surname.
So they want to go west when it's west time.
So
this go tradition when it's tradition.
This is my point. This is my point. Those women reference culture
when they want to, when it's convenient.
Thank you.
But they want the guy to maintain, of which I try to tell them, but that's not cultural. Because this child belongs to you and your family. Why would you want someone else to maintain ingane yababo akho?
Because culturally, that child must have the father's surname.
But because they don't know culture, they pick and choose and it becomes messy, and then some of us end up catching strays.
Those people must decide when they want to practice culture. Because culture...
They wanted both.
Culture automatically ngwana kwaldaina. Ki culture hiyo. Haina debate, haina... Yeah.
Automatically what?
Kirumtwana belongs to the father side of the family.
That is not true.
Okay.
No. We can talk culture quickly. So you go and get a girl pregnant that you're not married to. That child by default belongs to the mom and her family.
I cannot speak.
Wait. You're not listening.
Yeah.
So the child automatically belongs to the mom and her family. Do you agree?
Yes.
Do you agree? Yes or no? Do you agree? Yes or no? Culture.
They don't agree. Please carry on.
No, I'd like this point because I want to add the other layers.
You're
not married, no.
But your default was good if you guys are together chatting. That was your default.
No.
Yeah, no. Okay, so we're not speaking about that.
Oh,
so
you're speaking about marriage.
Okay, in marriage. So
yes.
Yeah, by default, the child does belong to the mother side of the family until umchita I keep us ngani.
So so that gets disputed, yes, right? Because there's damages,
yeah,
which is for the girl.
Yes.
Well, for her family to say you slept with our daughter,
yeah,
you violated.
Yes.
And now that there's a child, that's actually even evidence.
Yeah.
The damages is for sleeping with her.
Yes.
No.
Guys, there's damages, then there's ngwana.
Wait,
those are two separate things.
So this is culture, right? And this is why I'm saying it's disputed.
The damages you breaking virginity, apparently.
It was meant to be that.
Who's been sleeping with the whole of the world?
Yeah, but you're the one.
You are the loser at the end of this life.
We need to separate the two.
Yeah,
I'm trying to.
I'm
trying to.
Okay.
I'm trying to. Okay. So the breaking of the virginity is what it was meant to be. Yes. But girls don't say.
Yeah.
The only time it comes with the pregnancy, because now there's evidence.
That you...
Because you can say, but your daughter was sleeping with everyone. They're like, who? Show us. But with you, so we pay damages for sleeping with women that we are not married to.
Sure.
And then the evidence is the child.
Sure.
The child born there goes to belong to her family, etc.
Yes.
Then the conversation becomes, I want the child to have my surname.
Yes.
This is historic.
That's a separate amount.
In the past, my understanding, and people can obviously correct me, in the past, you can't... That doesn't even make sense.
No, it doesn't.
That doesn't, because we didn't have surnames,
Sure.
if you remember. So ingane yalathiwa ingane yakwaDube. Ole ngane phuma lapha yakwaDube yaziwa nje ukuthi ingane yondliwa uDube, whatever the case may be.
Fact.
The only time this child will have my surname is if I go and fetch the child ngimlobole. Then the child becomes wakamlotshwa ngoba usezokhuliswa la. That family now relinquishes.
But that's what I'm saying. So
responsibility.
that's what I'm saying. Maybe it's a language thing. So with us,
I agree with everything you're saying.
So opatala damages for Musadi.
Yes.
And then ngwana wa munyala. Unyala ke yona ntwe bua.
Umshata,
Yes,
sort of.
unyala ngwana so
Yamlobola.
that ngwana ya monka oba wa kibile.
But that doesn't happen.
Yo.
No,
what
but
culture
no,
are we practicing now?
No, forget culture. Be realistic.
Sure.
You go and you get a girl pregnant, you're not going to take that child away. Today.
From there?
From her and her family.
Yeah, now that is reality.
But I'm saying you won't. But the child will have your surname.
Sure.
Because you paid that.
Yeah.
And this is where it gets confusing. Because women are saying, you must pay damages and then pay this thing, but the child still stays with me and my family, and then you must still maintain. So Manjalenta is so complicated. And then when you try to simplify to say, okay, it's fine. You're still staying at home. We're not married. It's fine. I also live at home. Here's a child. I'll pay damages for you if we're pretending to follow culture. I will pay whatever fee I need to pay to change the surname.
But the child must.
And then I'll maintain. But Manje, people are saying, no. You're not going to get the surname. You must keep maintaining.
No surname.
No.
Oh,
Because you're not married to me.
angeke.
Marry me, then the child gets the surname.
But when did this culture in you?
Culture of my feminist. Culture of my feminist.
No, Madam Mlotshwa, wait. Are you sure about what you're saying?
It's not culture. You and I both know. So let me
No,
start
but
by
what I'm
saying...
saying is this one that you're speaking about, it's new. Hey? Do you know of this one?
Culture of my feminist.
In it?
People have been doing this.
Temsa, do you know that... Look, I could be wrong here, and people will correct me. I believe that most black people, don't know the process of ulobolingane.
Yes.
Yeah, fact.
Bazugut, you pay damages. Once you've paid damages, you get the surname.
No.
You and the mom can co-parent.
No, that's not how it works.
That's been the understanding for the longest time.
It was my
That's what I'm saying. I could be wrong.
35 years, bro.
I think most black people, not you, and I'm not saying it's culture. I'm saying I
Most
think
have no clue.
most black people online, bazuguti, mongati lobolingane bangati. What do you mean
Wait,
lobolingane?
guys,
You lobola a
you
woman.
didn't know this. Are you serious, Mlotshwa?
I didn't know it for like 35 years of my life, bro. 100%.
So you thought it's one thing and it's one
I
package?
always thought it was one thing.
You just pay damages.
Would you pay damages?
Have been
Yeah.
doing the wrong thing.
And then, because Namatala are lost as well.
They also
doing
don't
the
speak.
wrong
So
thing.
let me give you a real example.
I'm genuinely confused.
You get a girl pregnant.
Yeah,
You go to her family.
sure.
Her family doesn't ask your family, would you like to lobola this child? No one asks because it's not a known thing. If your family was to say, "Sicela ukulobola ingane," bangathi, "Hawu. Usho ukuthini?" No, sifuna ukuthatha hawu. Mase umama enza ayi baba sikuzo. Isibongo mhlambe singakunika. Mhlambe sifaka imbuzi or whatever, but ufuna ukuthatha ingane nihambe na
Josie, you see nibiza ngokuthi ukulobola ingane. Ejozi ukuhlawula ingane.
that whole thing.
Yes.
It's not just Josie.
It's
We're
not
from
just Josie,
KZN.
bro. It's not just Josie, bro.
That is so hectic.
Okay, but when I get in Wala.
Okay, most blacks that I know, once wahlawula kwantombazana,
Yes.
sekuphelile.
Isibongo. Ingane ishintsha isibongo, understand?
So I'm saying before we even speak about what you're asking now about people bastardizing culture, they don't even know about these different processes. And by the time you raise it, kuba sengathi wena udagiwe, ayazi into ishoyo, and then women who are not the custodians of culture, bafuna ukugibela ekhanda bakutshela ukuthi awungishadanga. And then they want to tell you mele ukhokhe inhlawulo and you like wawuphezu kwami usungrider. I understand why now usuzongishayela imithe. It's fucking crazy.
Uthinike ngoba kuyona ngisho nengane yakho ke leyo maintain yayo.
Snape.
And that's another story.
Snape Jade.
Kanti usho nje uthi masijola nomfana fa i-maintain ingane lekelele.
God, that's another story because a lot of men now we're discovering that they're actually raising kids that are not theirs.
Satan is in a...
That's another problem.
Oh, so to us, men, as long as culture is masculine or patriarchal, you guys that believe in it, because I don't, you guys have a responsibility to try and ensure you know what the culture is. And if you want to enforce it. And if you want to change it in your homes and in your communities, but articulate to people that I know the culture. But in my home, my daughter will not take a man's surname. And I've raised her that way.
That's a fact.
And I've told her every time you meet a boy, let her know, I'm Kibine.
Yeah.
And please know that if you're ever with me, I will never change my surname.
That's exactly what's happening in my house.
And she must be raised that way.
Your daughter's going to be a Kibine.
My daughter's not changing.
So when they get married one day, it'll be...
That nigga will decide what he wants.
You'll be Mr. Kibine.
That guy
Can he take your son?
He can.
No, listen.
We'll pay for him. Some lobola.
The guy.
Yeah. Wow. 100%. Mnati fela di khomo di vai mole. Yes, mo tseris. Momonga. Amunga ngamlobola.
Oh, Mr.
I
Jabulile.
don't believe this thing that this thing of who then carries the surname, the bloodline, that it's a man. That thing is nonsense.
So you want the bloodline?
It must, it's my bloodline. It must stay with me.
It must be the man's bloodline. Because you feel like you're a man. When? Why are you a girl?
Look, Utebs is just a classic example of a lot of our elders. Nabo baba esitshela kanje, mina ingane yami angeke isoze, ingane yakuba. Le yabi shaye bonke abafana la. Sethu nengane yaTebs afethu when she's of age and she's old enough and she meets a nice white guy from Germany, it's gonna be game over.
We'll see.
The time she'll become Prince Harry.
You know what's lovely about
He'll
life?
disown her. You're no longer my daughter. She'll be like, hey, whatever. I'm married to a nice German guy and we're happy.
What's nice about life?
So you and your key buying surname can go jump.
About life? I starve. Only when the child is 16, we'll know if I was doing what's right or wrong.
No.
You won't know.
No, not even at 16. Because at 16, you might feel like you're right for 20 years. But let's say 36. But the village you make transgender.
What I'm
Is it 36?
Oh,
You think in 30 years time, your daughter is like
What I'm saying, what's dope about life is that we can all predict. We don't know what's going to happen.
predict. We
Have you met the wishes and goals of your parents?
I think so.
That's where your arrogance is coming from.
Yeah, I think I have.
That's where your
I've
arrogance is
surpassed
coming from.
Their goals and whatnot.
Okay. When at Jabu, same.
Hey,
Well, you got married and you had kids. That's normally high on. And you're working and making money.
My dad, I am not sure,
Sure.
but I know my mom, because I know that she will be happy the way I'm doing things. We are getting like Uncle Sengayo and all that, but a good 100% in what? Hey.
When
I
Caesar
wouldn't
Dube.
know.
I can't say, man. I just know I'm on a journey.
Do you know your parents' goals for you?
I know their goals for me, but I can't tell you that I'm meeting them.
You don't know.
I don't know.
That means you don't know the goals, Mas.
No, I know their goals, but what I'm saying is that mina ngiyashintsha, and I'm not living my life based on what they want.
But you haven't ticked those boxes.
I've ticked some, and some of those boxes are the fact that I didn't have a child when I was pre-21.
The typical stuff, I get
it's
what
all
you
of
were
those
saying.
things.
So you've met some.
I've met some, and
Okay.
I'm saying, Uguti, also, it's like, because I know some of their goals, I'm also of the mind that I can't sit here and pretend that I'm a cultural person. I'm not.
Hectic.
You understand?
So
So me and you are not cultural. It's just to Penson.
No one is cultural here.
I am.
So
Hey,
it's just for me, it's just the thing, Uguti. I don't regret anything. That's how I basically look at my life. I'm here, I'm doing this thing, and I must not regret the mistakes, and I'm on a path. I can't tell you anything outside of the fact that
so Sizwe Dube knows his parents' goals. He's met some of them. Yeah. He hasn't met others, and it looks like he almost doesn't care about the goals anymore because he's living his own life.
Wow. I say I'm meeting them just on the typical stuff. There's some things where
nothing wrong, and the goals are normally typical: get married, have a good job, have kids, hlonipa us, and follow procedure like wamshawula, wakokilobolo.
Are you following your mommy's goals?
Did you? No, I'm not.
Okay.
But I've convinced her to shift the goals.
Because nice. I was about to say, I know I've never one of her goals. Yeah, nothing.
No, kids.
Oh, kids. But not at the time that she wanted.
Oh, and financial independence.
Yeah, and on the typical stuff, I think
marriage, having a decent home.
I took a walk with the Ole Dilami. I think this was like 2009. Nitawini, bro. Yo, bro. Nlele echanin outside my house.
I know this story.
I told you.
Yes.
Mbabi put the Russian pay. Elang vusi Ole. I started walk. Yo, bro. I was so embarrassed, but I'm so drunk. The whole way, Toby, it is such an embarrassment with a whole student. I just realized that day. Walkisa, bro, to the Ishpagum. How long is from our house to the end of Ishpagum Shad? Like
in terms of
meters.
Yeah, it's not that long. Maybe a kilometer.
There and back. Because you can see what in dark way.
Sure.
If you get in Boma 4, and was so I sleep on the grass outside. Makes logical sense for a drunkard. She makes me walk kilometer down, kilometer up, bro. Challenge with him. I'm a decision making skill poor. That's what I knew with you.
Look, I want to give my mom kudos, man. You know, my mom's got a lot of flops.
Yeah.
And they're becoming more evident as we get older.
Sure.
That, hey, this was just a girl who was trying to figure life out. She had kids, she did her thing. And as her kids grew, you know, she was just trying to figure it out. But my mom is teachable.
She's got so much patience, bro.
Which is a unique trait amongst black parents. My mom's teachable is a bit dangerous because she almost wants to listen to everything, which is, for me, it's a no-no. But my mom's willing to listen. Oh, Rick Roslo, he lentic to a vape. My mom is teachable, and most black parents,
she's never been teachable.
Standard parents don't ever want to listen to anything.
I wanna disagree. She was never teachable. I think sometimes the kids you give birth to, when it's satanism.
I mean, look at the two of you.
Where own a choice, chief. Yeah. Because
I think she's got a choice, bro. I look at other mothers like my mom.
Hey, bro.
My mom entertains a lot of our bullshit.
Just say it now, not before.
No, that's what I'm trying to say, Wuti. Like she was a girl growing up. She didn't know.
You know, it's very difficult because you guys are boys, you know.
We've got a sister.
I know. But in your case,
you're mass lawyer.
No, in your case, to be honest, I'm sitting here as a mother with a son. Guys,
you're also teachable.
It's not. I am in a way, but I can't take everything. Then I feel like
my mom literally asked me that. I'm gay. And she listened, and I gave her an answer. Sorry, Joe.
What was your answer?
But
there's some trapped in the closet. What is your answer?
No, but it's difficult, guys. Raising sons.
It's not.
It's not.
Didn't you start here by saying that men are simple?
How can you say you'd rather have sons than
raising them
good to be a good man is tough.
This is what you always say, and I love that, and I keep on forgetting.
It's easy to raise.
Good to it's
easy to raise.
Uyiphila leyo mpilo leyo. It's
when a problem was single mother grandship. Yeah, that's why it's tough. I go blame me.
But why would it be tough? I really think a
It's
child
not-
is as tough as the
It's
child.
because they grow. Ucabanga ukuthi nihamba la. The next thing,
Especially with
Nanya.
puberty. Especially
Nakia.
with puberty.
And we want it, Joe.
and we want it, and
Puberty changes
it's tough,
everything.
that
it's
and
very
you
difficult.
with your gender.
It's very
Once you do the
difficult
puberty thing, you're like, what is that on the other side?
because you're wondering, am I hurting him? Must I allow this? You
I
know,
think it's tough.
But
Like,
when you look at it, you
single
see
mother.
people who have done that, and you're like,
Machidai too. Yeah, easy.
she went through a lot, guys. We must give her.
Were you a
her
difficult
come.
child?
No, I wasn't.
Debs, were you a difficult child? Penson, were you a difficult child?
No, I was a priest, bro. So you're a difficult child. I was an absolute
I
priest.
know I was not sure.
I really think it's dependent on the child. Boy, girl, whatever. If your child is difficult, they're difficult. There are kids that are easy.
But I
You
think
can be
it's-
flopping.
because-
You can be flopping as a parent, but your child just makes things
and
easy.
I'm generally saying I'm an easy
But
child.
there's some
now
level of truth in what you say.
In hindsight, because there was a time where I grew up thinking I was a very tough child, and so you start realizing what difficult kids are, you know. And then because I most of my life I thought I was a very difficult child, you know, and I thought I would say stress or late. But when you look back and you're like,
Because all my kids are easy.
I'm not going to prefer it,
Easy.
Jeez, and we're not.
All my kids are easy. Mhlawumbe ngizobona
kids.
in 10 years,
All my kids.
maybe the struggles will come. But for now, my
All my
kids are a
kids.
breeze. I think I'm a good person. I think the moms are good
sugar.
people.
ukuthi mhlambe bayakusaba.
Can you not attribute that maybe to the fact that they've got two parents who are very present and strong in their lives?
No.
Okay.
What do you attribute to?
them.
For me, it's genetics.
I think my kids are shit easy, bro. They're so easy, bro.
So you guys,
What do you attribute it to then? What-
To them, bro. Mina ekuseni ngivukile ngayi gym ngayispanning ngabayeka ilanga lonke. Buka ngikuphi? Angazi badleni, angazi basaphila, but
There's
ngiyazi
a certain level of training that you put into them.
but are they by themselves or they
No,
with an
so
elder?
they
they were with no
man.
one the whole day.
No, so we're not speaking about autonomous kids. We're just speaking about easy and difficult. Which I spoke about raising boys is difficult. And look, it's very
breaking windows
valid
and
for a lot of
smoking weed,
parents.
bro.
Utebs are saying he was a difficult
But
child,
it's
and I
like-
believe him, and I believe other people.
Bayageza,
I'm just saying
ngesikhathi
some kids are not like that. They're not failing at school. They're not disrespectful.
But a little
You don't
bit
find them
serious.
Uti, they've broken your TV.
But a
You're not
little
hearing
bit-
that someone's daughter's coming and saying, yeah, your son was touching my... That's easy.
If my kids
Uti,
ask for your phone,
they went from 70%
100%
to
you're gonna
90%.
go and play a game on
Or
your phone.
badingi imali yokuyodlala sports.
They go to
That's
an app, download the
Yeah,
game,
but
but
I don't quite
put it
understand.
data,
The fact
but
that you
take
could
it,
have left them at home.
That's it. Not
Yeah, but
no,
kids are also in nice
Nakuluma
environments.
nonke.
That's another factor.
No,
No, but there's
no,
also,
sorry.
hey, bro, I used to teach the most privileged kids. In Ghana now, they doing this, they doing that, like horrible drugs and what at the craziest age. So I'm saying, Uti, there's many kids who are in great environments who just, I feel, because you meet their parents or their siblings and you're like, ish, chief.
Caesar, you were saying something. You were asking something.
No. All I'm asking, Mina, is that cool. I understand, Uguti. You're saying that you're narrowing this whole thing down to genetics. Cool. But how much of it accounts for a character yomuntu, and how much of the upbringing and the training can we narrow down to the person? This character.
Can I start by saying that easy is subjective?
Sorry?
Easy. We say our kids are easy.
Yes.
It's subjective
To you guys.
to us.
Yeah.
No,
Hence
to
why-
everyone, to everyone.
to everyone. It's what an easy child is for me, to you, to whoever.
Yes.
It's different. Hence why I said, growing up, I thought I was always a difficult child
Yeah.
in relation to the ecosystem or the little community that I was in.
Why do you think you were?
Because
Relative to your older brother.
relative to Lungelo.
But that's what we say. It's not genetics. Then there's so many other aspects.
No,
that we
it's
need
be about subjective.
So I'm saying
He used to think he was difficult.
Mike im, Mike im, Mike.
Because ngiyathethisa. How ini Mike in Afrikaans? I thought ngiyathethisa njalo.
Microfoon. Meneer van Rensburg. Die boek gou. Kom vat die boek. Ou seun. Kom om maat.
Kom Tom.
Hier is die trappe van vergelyking. Tap zat die boek gou. Sorry.
We need to tell this joke. We need to tell this joke.
It's not a joke. It's not a joke. And this is not a safe space. We can leave it.
So what I'm saying is that in relation to Ulungelo and whatever the spaces that she was in, or that she had put me in mentally, because she was in a very different space. Because ngiyathethiswa, mhlawumbe ngithola ispanky, whatever, I thought I was so difficult as a child. Yeah. Until you get older and you see people who are more difficult than you. Lona didn't sing school.
Hey, Umakadlela brought a gun to school, a loaded gun. Fuck me, listening to DMX.
So now you have people bringing guns or knives or whatever. So you're like, hey, Mina, who's missed the homework? I'm not as difficult. So I look at my kids, and maybe there are parents who might say my kids are extremely difficult for whatever reason. But to me, and to their mother or their mothers, they're a breeze, bro. And I'm not trying to be arrogant in the sense of my parenting skills are. There's nothing I am doing, bro.
We're speaking just for ourselves. Sizwe, we're speaking for ourselves.
Yes, and I understand that. All I'm asking,
I'm answering you for ourselves.
Yes,
it's not so much the parenting and the training for us. Maybe for other parents, it's the work they've put in. They're like, my kids are easy
so
because we put in the work.
With just this.
That's what I'm saying. It's not an autonomous thing. I'm just saying where other parents have to struggle, we're not struggling.
I have a question.
I understand what you're saying.
Caesar, what do you want us to say that'll make you happy?
Yes.
Yes, it's parenting. It's parenting and training. It's the work we put in.
There's talented rugby players that became Springboks because of the work put in.
Yeah, use the example of pace. Our kids are fast.
Our kids are very fast.
And you're like, is it not the training? And we're like, no, they're just fast.
They happen to go to a good school that allows them to have athletics, but in that space, where they might be coaches once a year, whatever, they also just naturally talented.
What you guys are saying.
Yeah.
But are you completely negating the fact that you guys are also putting this into them?
I'm not completely. I'm just saying it's not
but if you're saying
it's not the main pillar.
Then
yes,
Caesar's not happy.
The main pillar is genetics.
Please give Caesar his answer. He's not happy.
Okay,
Caesar's
so us as parents. It's us as parents.
No, the guy who brought the gun to school playing DMX, I think it's not just a genetics thing. He must.
But we're not speaking for him. That's what I'm saying. This is our kids.
But that example was made, and
my point is, Caesar, we're not speaking for all parents. When we say our kids,
but
you're asking about.
They're not born Zulu. They have to be exposed to being Zulu, and then you teach them, right? You expose them to something.
But they can be born with something. That's what the guys are saying.
Yeah.
Caesar wants us to say, we put in some work.
No, let me finish the point.
We put in some work.
There's a genetic disposition, right? But you have to put something into the genetic disposition.
That's true.
The guy is fast, right? But he's not going to be fast his whole life if you don't put something into that fastness.
If he's not in a school that allows him to expose that
You get
part.
what I'm saying?
I hear you, and I agree to an extent.
No, just agree fully.
I'm not.
Uchabu's got a question.
Uchabu's
got a question.
So Caesar, we are present, and here's the thing: we are disciplinarians as parents.
Yes.
And being disciplinarians, I think, also helps them manage themselves. So, for example, the mere fact that I left home, they knew, Uguti, should I come back and the house is upside down, inside out, there's going to be Islano.
So you put something in.
No, because of how they were raised. Ne? So
You put something.
So I wanted to add that.
You
The genetic
added
part is the
something.
fact that they adhere to rules set and they go with that. So they can do everything as long as it's within the agreed parameters. Ne? So when it comes to that, our kids are extremely well behaved, autonomous, manage themselves within the agreed parameters. And that's what-
Uchabu told 10 minutes to chat and then we can shut it down. You had a question?
Yeah, I wanted to ask, Uguti, do you guys think the strong presence of the father, Enganini, idlala that big role in such a way ukuthi ingane ingakwazi ukuthi ihlezi on track?
It's a great question. Please keep your answers short so she can speak more.
Oh, no, I know. It was going to be a very personal answer.
So what was the question? Sorry, I'll touch it.
You're very well at articulating it. Explaining questions, please explain.
No, Chab, I'd like you to speak. Sorry, I don't think you've had enough airtime. So please feel free to ask again.
No, I was just asking.
Is he listening? My eyes blocks. I'm listening.
Because I'm just asking myself. I think it's a question that I've been asking myself. Uguti,
Is a father?
yeah, Uguti, if the father is like available. When you say available, like present.
That's every day.
What is present for you?
No, I'm available when the dinga pen.
Oh, okay. So even if the kid wants him once a week. When I tell him total hey, what's all right now? I'm sorry.
Wow.
No, so that's how we
That's
told
crazy.
you. So.
Fortunately, I follow, so I'm not even.
So you know, for the longest of time, I've thought that I think generally kids have to have both parents. But I've seen that there's some kids who are just fine with just having the dad alone. And there's some kids who are fine with just having the mother alone. And they're still fine and be good kids. Mm-hmm. But generally, I think kids need both. Mm-hmm. But I've seen so many extremes where, hey man, there's some kids who are just raised by an old lady and they're nice. So I don't think it's a blanket answer. Before I was going to give a blanket answer that, yeah, this is how society is. Yeah, you must have. But I've seen society is so complex. And I think human beings are too complex now for it to have one answer. Before I was going to give one answer. But for now I'm realizing what it.
That's why I'm asking, because I think I'm that kind of woman with one answer and it's not working.
I hear you.
You know. So sometimes it's always nice to hear other people's views so that, you don't think, I'm on the right track and only to find out which hour.
But remember, I said generally, kids, I think, need both.
I was going to maybe say in the context that maybe there's one parent and the kid turns out brilliant. There's the thing that you're saying, Uguti. Genetically, the kid is good, but also that they're also exposed to a very good environment also.
With great support.
With their genetics. So then they turn out really great. Even though umama the load.
Even if they're at boarding school like Michael House Hilton, parents are not even there.
You know? Yeah.
You're adding another layer now. That sometimes it's school that's raising this child. So long time alone, I might not even need both parents. So yeah. I'm
living with Koko.
There's schools that have boarding school from grade R, crash.
Yeah.
Like you think of like a Kingswood College in it's an IP.
What's that? Age 6?
Yeah, it's 6 years old.
Okay.
I think it's double R 5. So these are prestigious schools where you're paying hundreds of thousands.
Really?
What do you mean really? There's kids where there's boarding school from like 4 months, bro. 100%. If you're a single mother working in night shift, there's places.
They have to cater for you, yeah.
There's places that take in your child.
Yeah.
No,
So this is a top IB school in South Africa, in Africa, really. And from there, grade R, you can be a boarder.
I'm also realizing.
So there's people that we know
exposed to certain information based on how far you get up in the world.
Ne? So I taught a boy who hadn't seen mom, dad in like 3 years when he was in grade 8.
I want to read the story. This is just from Google. Several boarding schools in South Africa, such as the ones from the Kuro Group and Redford House, offer boarding from a very young age, 3 to 4 months, while others like Steyn City School start boarding at a slightly later age.
Oh,
This is just Google.
So, for months.
Yeah. Yes. Can you see like how crazy it is? So like there's so many variables.
I learned that now.
Wow.
I knew about grade 1. I didn't know about grade R and I didn't know about this.
And these are prestigious schools.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but like
I thought this is
don't say like it's common.
But you guys have not done the gymnastics.
Wow.
Let me try and answer quickly. We need to let Wichabo speak.
Yeah, she's not speaking, sure.
I think children, to be raised well, need a good dose of masculine and feminine guidance.
I wanted to say exactly the same thing.
I
Genetics.
Genetics.
No, they need genetics. Dube. I think that's what kids need in Chaka. They must just have genetics, and that's it. That must be his answer. What do kids need, Ntwana? Genetics. The men and women are equal. Genetics.
No, it's genetics.
They figure everything out.
You know, in future, if you invite a female guest, please rather have one gent speaking. This is just my plea. Because we talk a lot.
Yeah.
But do you think it's a high time that
you know you're right, eh?
that women listen?
They must go to the panel show. Not Lamajite.
No, Maru right.
And also if it's a soft nigger.
Maybe one.
It must, one gent must speak.
Soft nigga, still example. We can remember soft nigga.
Penson so.
Oh, me, I must interview me.
Because you see guys like Abo Ike, Nabo Waras, they can stand the heat. They can fight for their 2 cents. But for like a more feminine energy, it's tough.
You know,
I have an example, Mos.
Besides me, who else would you
Anyone
say?
like you.
But don't you think that eventually, the more you have guests of maybe those kinds of needs? I mean,
Yes, Mina, to be honest, I'm perfectly fine.
yeah,
I'm perfectly
No, Chabu, I'm glad that you're fine.
I'm perfectly fine because I live in a space where I listen to men all day.
But it does seem like you didn't speak.
So-
Sorry, can you speak actually? Hey, sorry.
Caesar, your point.
No, I'm at a point where it's important for men to speak.
Caesar got cut by you guys. He was making a point.
all I was
But
saying
you also didn't finish because what you were saying, I want to hear.
You
it.
cut it.
I cut who?
Who's Caesar Dube? You
I
cut
didn't
it.
cut to Caesar.
Male spaces are a problem.
No,
eh?
all I was saying is that over time, I think the more you interact with guests who are probably a lot
Special
less
needs.
Aggressive.
and aggressive, you will learn to accommodate them.
These guys don't learn.
No,
Especially Penson.
but Angiti, the entire point of this thing was
Is
how does it feel to just speak amongst yourselves as people
That are
as if
toxic.
there are no cameras?
oh, but it's not toxic.
How? I'm cheating on you.
Remember, souls not the camera. But
I think for a child to be raised to be a good child and a good adult,
Thank you.
they need a good dose of masculine and feminine energy.
Helen Zila.
And that dose of masculine and feminine energy doesn't need to be in their parents.
it doesn't even have to come from the father, the masculine as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't need to be in the parents, and it also doesn't need to be in a specific gender.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So
The women are born
to answer your question, because this
Alpha females?
I normally tell women that if you're worried about lack of masculine energy, the father doesn't have a monopoly on masculinity. He might actually be a useless guide. Your father might be better, your brother, men at work, his school teachers, his coaches. And what you should be striving for as a parent, mom, dad, whoever, is exposing your kids to the best masculine and feminine role models for their development. You might, as a father, be like, I suck, so I'm going to send my son to rugby to learn how to be masculine and strong because, hey, mina young too, so hambo vakashela yena.
Have you seen that men practice that more? To say that
Handing over to other men.
do this thing. Then they invite.
I find that
invite.
women do it more.
Is it?
No, it's men. This thing of handing over.
No, I've
women
seen
love
women-
seeing themselves as the ultimate parent ever.
Have you seen
men
women
hand
hand
over? Men will take their kids. Computer ngwazi ma computer ngkhokhe. Angiyazi violin.
I see this from women.
You
Women
never.
are the ones that tend to get as much support. Number one, because they normally have the child. Number two, they normally make the decisions with the child's extramurals because it's amaliko or whatever. And number three, from what I've seen, they just realize, especially if it's a boy
We're talking
child.
about timers that are there when there's a father and a mother. Who makes the most decisions to hand over?
I don't know now what we're talking about.
No, you said when the timer's not there.
No, I was just making an example. But even when the time is there, it's normally the mom that's entrusted with the child's schooling and whatever.
No, just because you might see their mother.
It's my opinion. I heard yours. That's just mine. I find that women are the ones. I find women are the ones.
The women are the ones that are running most.
Yeah, when it comes to
Women
handing
are
over,
just there to pay.
you see when it comes to handing over boys. Again, everybody's got their own opinion, so this is my opinion. Handing over boys, dads hand over boys. Hooray! Versus my old lady handing over kids.
Okay, let's hear. There's a woman here. No, but from your experience, I get it.
Who's involved? No,
Please answer your own question, is what Utebs was asking. How present do you think our father must be? Andrew Tate Akon speak about how fathers don't need to be there all the time. And anyone who hears that soundbite and takes that surface value is like, oh, men don't need to be there. But the reality is the child needs masculine energy. And if ever Andrew Tate and Akon's sons become great men, if you ever interrogate, you'll find out, no, like Utangot, no, my uncle is the one that taught me business.
So if
I'm funded my business.
If I'm basing it on, let's say, the small little, and I'm also just bullshitting on Akon, no, they are giving their kids to people that they think are better suited in spaces.
No, the mothers do that.
They do. Could be
No, the mothers do that. The mothers do that. I was saying with you, from my experience, when there's an involved dad and an involved mom, dads are more happy to give off power to spaces that they are not as strong to other people. That's all I'm saying.
I just want to hear now opinion.
No, it's fine.
To be honest with you, I feel that both parents must be involved. And it doesn't necessarily mean ukuthi ubani or ozangani or wenzani and all that. Like, parents must both be involved, because I'm sitting here, I'm listening to you guys, and I'm living that. And to be honest with you, it's not a nice space to be.
You need help.
About what?
Do you need help?
What kind of help?
In having a present father.
From a different father?
I was just asking if you think you need help. If you feel like kona like short akon. You feel like you're short.
Based on how things are and how they feel, and, because I listen to my kids a lot, I ask them, about things and behavioral change here and there, and you see, they lacking something.
Do you think that thing will come from their father, or it could come from another man?
Hey, with what I've heard now, I doubt from another man, because you
No, forget the same thing. No, forget the same thing. The challenge.
I was very triggered by that.
With masculinity.
The same thing just because.
So my understanding of masculinity is that masculinity comes with consequences. And the challenge comes in when females are seeking masculine energy without the consequences of masculine energy. For example, as a man, when I send my child to rugby from another coach, if he doesn't do something, I know the coach will make him run. I know the coach will make him do push-ups. I know the coach will make him do sit-ups until whatever.
Consequences.
Because I understand that within masculinity, if you don't do what you need to do and you need to do it, there will be real world consequences. And from my experience, when I see the feminine, nurturing love, it tends to, no, my son, it's okay. And the consequences may be at times removed from you were late because mom made you late, so it's okay. With my timer, I can make you late, and I know what you'll still run there. Coach down. So that's the challenge that I think a lot of sisters have when they're trying to bring in a uncle, masculine energy, or a teacher, masculine energy. Are you willing to hand over your son to them with whatever the consequences of masculinity looks like? Would you give me your 16-year-old son for a weekend, knowing full well he might come back home with a black eye?
No, she doesn't trust you. Why must she come to you?
No,
she has to go to an uncle that she trusts.
Yes, and I'm
You're
saying,
not a safe space.
and I'm saying, that uncle, will only pour as much as he has autonomy or he has control over the consequences. Should he not listen?
Let me try and simplify this. So one of the problems with being a stepfather is that mothers want to micromanage how you father. Whereas with the biological father, even when she tries, Umchija's like, full sec, these are my kids. Stepfathers don't have that privilege. And the children end up missing out on what Penson's speaking about, the consequences, the hiding, the punishment, because the mom is like, hey, I think he's being a bit too harsh. When the real father's being harsh, it doesn't matter. It's like, ish, I'll speak to your father, but yamazi baba wakho njani?
That's how we maintain sponsor.
Mina maintain ingane ngayo isibongo sami because ngifuna ukwazi ukuthi yabona because ngeke ngishaya ingane ngayona kaMlotshwa. Like that's just my thing. Ngizoshaya ingane yaka Khadebe and not. But maku ingane yaka Mlotshwa. Yabona leyo ngane ya flop. Friday action night. Don't go down without a fight. Ngiyishaya leyo ngane because ingane yami. Ingane yami leyo ngane ngiyayondla le ngane yaka Mlotshwa. If you don't act in a specific way, there's consequences for your behavior. So reel yourself in, son, or else.
Jabu, how important are mothers in children's lives, in your opinion? Forget the audience, just in your personal opinion.
Yeah, no, they're very important because kunezinto esingabo mama sizalwa sinazo that men don't have. Mina that's
unless if you're Rick Ross. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that is why we need to sober up as women when we raise our kids. And I know I sound some type of way, but honestly, it's very important because, like I said, our influence goes way deep. I listen to you guys talk about your mom, even if you can say unamaphutha because namaphutha sonke, but at the end of the day, her influence in your lives, guys, like, you know, so it's very important because indlela influence ngayo ingane zakho as a mother goes way deep. So
do you think you have daddy issues?
Sorry?
Do you think you have daddy issues?
Hey, to be honest with you, I said it on our previous episode that I think I do.
Do you think you projected them onto your ex-husband?
I did, and I did not. Hence, when I started, I said, honestly, we just need to apologize because at some point,
Do you think you're projecting them onto your son?
To my son is a bit tricky because I'm trying to be careful as much as I can. And me being careful is that thing we're talking about. You're trying to hold the steering wheel, but at some point you must leave it.
Do you think you at times overparent?
Sorry?
Do you think you overparent?
I think I do.
She has to.
I think I do because...
She has to? What do you mean she has to?
I think I do, but I don't think it's intentional. I'm not... Hence, I'm saying...
Not intentional.
I'm trying to be the best mother. This thing of being the
father...
guys, it's
no,
maybe I'm not able to articulate
so when you overparent it has nothing to do with whether you won or whatever. It has to do with the trauma that you might have carried. So if I feel like my father wasn't there, as an example, I might want to overfather. Some sort of board.
The fact that the parent only want is a trauma by default.
No, but I'm saying there can be a trauma whether you're alone, whether you are in a marriage. So if you think your dad did a flop somehow, you might still overparent, bro. Or if you thought your dad was amazing, you see your dad as Superman, you might do too much, not realizing, Uti, you are not Superman, chief. So
I just want to ask you something. When you speak about a present dad, because I think me and the guys here we are Grinyan. Do you measure it with the presence of the person being there every day to be with the kid? Like, how do you measure a present
What's
dad?
a present dad?
I think I did answer this, and then you shouted.
Or the needs of
the
child.
Safe space. Safe space.
Guys, it's important that we are available when our children need us.
So if
it's important. So I know you're going to ask me about money.
No. We're not even going to talk about money.
Not even.
So I'm trying to figure out what is it? Is it being present once a week? Is it once a month? What is it?
I think you as a man must find a way of how to be available to your kids. Mina, I would gladly like that. You know, if you know, okay, I'm available. The nice thing is that as children are older, you are able to discuss. You are able to fetch them maybe from school, and you go and sit somewhere, have whatever, and you know. But at the end of the day, you guys will have your own. I won't interfere, trust me. Okay. I do not, he can tell you, I do not interfere in how he's raising his kids. The only problem is when they start to feel like he's not there. That's where the problem.
So my challenge is in what
to be.
Sister was saying is when the kids need you. And one of the things that I've learned through my own little journey is the struggles that we have between want and need. You know, do they need you when they're playing a soccer game on Saturday? No, that may not be a need. Or it's his first soccer game ever playing for this team that he's been working on for the past 10 years. That may be a need. So for that child at that time, and it's such a challenging thing to distinguish between a want of the child and a need of a child, especially when you're raising a child that you want them to be strong enough to manage their own emotions. You know, if we look at every want of a child, I think we won't find present dads. You know, we'll find present moms, but we won't find present dads. And I think as Itaima, let me just take a step back and then I'll come back here. I used to coach rugby. And one of the things that I used to do when I coached rugby, I trained them so hard. And I wanted them to understand the difference between pain and injury. Because sometimes a child can be in so much pain. They're like, oh, I'm injured. You're not injured, you're just sore. You're really fucking sore, bro.
Your body's not used to that.
Your body's in absolute shock. It is painful. You know, it's painful, but you're not injured. The pain that you're feeling is soreness, not injury. And the whole dynamic is trying to them understand this is what a want is, this is what a need is, this is what injury is, this is what pain is. And I've realized with a lot of sisters in my experience, they struggle at times between what a want is and what a need is. And they struggle it within a romantic relationship. Oh, but I need this. This is a love language. I need it. No, you don't need this. You want this, and I'll gladly give it to you because you want it. But it's not a need within this relationship. You know, there's certain pillars that are needs. This is not a need. This is not a breakup moment. And with kids and raising kids, I've realized, Guti, because umama sees parenting a certain way, and with umama needs I 50, and umama caters, she spreads herself so thin to cater all the 50 needs. When I say to my kids, there's 4 needs. Shelter, oxygen, just not die, and then making me a brandy. Those are the 4 needs.
You know, there's a guy who got married, who got married to this woman who said, for a year, can you just be my dad?
Yeah.
For a year, just can. No, and that guy agreed. In case he was.
So she wants a discipline like the dad.
Can you know they're married? They are married. These people.
But she asked, "Can you be my dad for a year?"
Can you? And
That's
then
just from
she
a positive
said,
point, not the
Don't go far.
consequences.
She said, "Can you please buy me a teddy bear? I think every time you get a chance, please do that for me." And that man did that.
Sure.
And there's a room filled of teddy bears.
So she wants the positives,
you know,
that she's created in her mind.
I'm longing for that. And that man was willing to do that for her.
I'm a simple Ike.
You know, and that man was willing to
She
do
asked
that.
for to be the dad, but just on the positive, not the consequences.
Which consequences now?
No, as a dad is also a disciplinarian.
No, when you're taking it far, just bring it here.
Positive.
Bring it here.
Positive.
Just bring it here.
To the
No
positives.
fights. Just bring it here.
Yeah, to the nice things.
I wanna jump in.
I must be a dad and just pay.
Because that's what happens.
And I must just pay.
Sometimes we lose on good men because we are just expecting a lot. We just want our dads that we don't even know. I meet you today and I see a man and I'm like, finally I find somebody, you know. Sometimes you're not even aware, you know. You find a good man and you're like, finally I find somebody who's going to make me feel, you know, and only to find out you're actually looking for someone that you don't even know. And as long as you don't find it, you keep on messing up all these relationships.
I'm not going to give you an inch on that one, and I'm sorry. And I know I might be overstepping, but we romanticize what we romanticize. And I know so many amazing guys that are still looking for their moms, but they're only looking for a certain aspect of their moms.
Yes.
Much like Osisi who are saying they're looking for their dads, but just a certain aspect that they've romanticized of their dads, and not the holistic Superman and Clark Kent. So again, you might say
that's where the disciplinary.
That's the thing, Guti. You will say, Guti, you're looking for your mother, and you'll romanticize attributes. I want someone to cook for me, and someone when I'm sick who can look after me. But again, Klampe, she might need someone who can provide and protect, as an example. You're not willing to take that.
That's of the dad.
Yeah, but so that's expected of the dad, but you're not willing to do that. So you'll say, I'm looking for my father, but you'll say you're looking for my father in the sense of being her little daughter, being spoiled, being what. Okay, sharp, but do you do this for your dad? And if you're out of line, are you willing to take the tough love that your dad would have given? Or do you want at that point equality? Because there was never equality between you and your dad. It was a power dynamic where he's above you. There's nothing.
Yeah, but what's nice is that this husband, but in the lady, she expressed what part of.
Oh, that's beautiful.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm saying that with this, But
if she does, if she says, look, this is what I yearn from a father figure, just this aspect,
yes,
and it's willing by a willing seller, we've got no qualms. But I'm saying with men, or a lot of us who are broken, that are looking for our mothers and our partners, we also fail to explain what it is that we're looking for in our mothers. We're not looking for our mothers who were this and this. We're just looking for our mothers who was pegela, aswasheli impahla. That's what we were looking for. Sure. And also don't do the same and say, this is what we were looking for, fathers. We're looking for a father who's just going to buy me an iPhone 17. That's it. Debza. When I say I'm looking for a father, iPhone 17. Everything else, selling on.
Sure.
Then you're like, hey, okay, can I do this once I do this? It is what it is.
I wanted to say, number one, I got triggered. I don't even know if I should mention. I wanted to say that part of the problem with our generation and parents that want to do the right thing is that they are going to do too much and they're going to hurt children unintentionally, sadly. And this is why it's important that even good parents must go and find, hopefully, people that are going to parent their parenting, because they don't know. So they need people that have models, because parenting is an art and a science. It's not a science.
And it's
what works for my child won't work for your child, etc. But there are some aspects that are scientific. Doing your chores, being accountable, learning how to become independent. People need leaders that are going to guide them where they fall short. The thing that triggered me while you were speaking about fathers that we don't know is I've met women who had amazing fathers that were present, contributed to their upbringing, listened, etc. And what they found in me was a person who brought stoicism, who was showing them that life is hard and real, and exposed them to the grittier sides that their fathers would never expose them to. Catching a taxi,
the challenges
hustling
of life
for yourself. And that I found that interesting, because then daddy issues become a spectrum, where some people don't have their fathers. Some people's fathers passed away. Some fathers were too strict at home. And then some fathers were just so perfect that the chick is like, I realized that this made me vulnerable and weak and fragile to the world. And I've met this guy, and all he's done is toughen me up. Taught me how to shoot a gun. He taught me how to He tells me that men think like this. And now I'm like a more complete person. So you might actually, to what Penson was saying, I find a lot of good men being with women who are so hard on them. The bully thing. With my mom was so perfect. This woman is like a wake-up call. Like, my mom was always like, you're so perfect. I love you. This woman's like, Seven and tongue. And you're like, I don't know why I like this chick, but she lights a fire in me. You know what I mean? So that's all from me.
No.
Anyway, guys, closing words? Closing words? Closing starts here.
Okay. No, thank you so much for inviting me. For trashing the space. You're gonna say.
Are you available?
Me. In which sense?
Romantically.
No, I know. Why? Why are you surprised?
No, we're not watching.
I know, because because I will come on
Okay.
If you're not comfortable to answer, you can just be like, nah, I'm not comfortable.
And I have available.
Depends.
Are you potentially looking for a stepfather for your kids? To assist the father?
From what I heard today, I need to go.
Forget what you heard today.
No, I can't.
No,
I can't.
You just met guys who are willing to do what it takes for the surname.
No.
There are other guys who.
I understand, but to be honest, it's something that I need to go back and really think very hard.
You thought you did before you came here?
Yes, I thought, you're
looking for a boyfriend and a stepfather.
There's a whole lot of things that were said here. Yeah. And I'm glad I came, that I need to go and really think hard. And go think because sometimes we are just in our bubbles. We're just living in our bubbles and, our perfect world. And we think and only to find out this, So I really need to go. And as for Guta, I'm available. I am available.
Hey, come on, go video change vibe. Change the whole vibe.
221 442. We'll put the number in the description. Shiny, what's up, my friend?
Don't forget to slide.
This answer is gonna make the room feel.
Jabu, thank you for giving men a platform. Thank you for considering men. Thank you for being vulnerable about your marriage, your dad. And thank you for trying to hold women to account. One of the things we lack in society is female accountability. Not to blame women, but just for women to be considered where am I wrong? Because yes, I'm a better. Yes, they are trash, but did I play a part and can I do things better? Why are other women sort of winning? Is it because they just favored? Or is it because they're doing something different? And you can do that. And for trying to go on that journey, thank you. We appreciate it. We appreciate all women who are willing to try and listen to men and give men a platform, because a lot of men feel silenced today. Siyabonga.
No, thank you. Thank you so much.
So is that you're done with your closing?
I just want to say, please don't stop doing this. As we are sitting there and we are listening, we are growing, and it may not be the kind of a space that a lot of people, but it's only those who want to learn, those who want to grow, those who do not want to just think inside the bubble, like I said, but people who want to think outside the box, who want to literally grow. I'm about growth. I cannot be the woman that I was yesterday. I need to grow. So I appreciate this space, and I know I speak for many. Yes, for many women. I always see them on the comments who say, I'm just here to listen. I'm just here because I know that women are longing for that. They're longing for those kind of men who will just take accountability as well and just say, okay, I'm trash, but I'm trying. I don't know why you call yourself trash. I'll say that. Sure. But I don't like it when you guys say it. But honestly, I really appreciate this space. And please do not stop. Please do not stop.
Men Speak with Jabulile.
Yeah,
is the name of your podcast on YouTube. Yes. Men Speak with Jabulile.
Oh. Yeah. Yes. I think from my end, I know we get comments where people don't want sisters and they say, this is just a male space. But Machita, you must also understand, there's a lot of our sisters who are actually consuming this and they listen to this. And as much as yes, it can be chaotic, as abantu, but quite no cool sana at the same time. And and kuning cool sana. And sometimes we need a different voice than just us as a Machita. So please, can you just give us that allowance, because nathi siyafunda when you're here, and then we've had many female guests and ghosts and whatever the case may be, and it's siyafunda, and yes, there's arguments and debates and it becomes robust at times, but at that we leave here with a lot of things that we can think about and process. So from my side, I truly appreciate being here. Sibonga Machita. Danko everyone, danko Pain, danko Sizwetube, danko Tebza. Man, let's continue having these conversations.
You are appreciated, guys.
Do you want to say something? All right.
From my side, it's Siyabonga, Sis Jabulile. I think you being outspoken is going to be a significant thing for people to understand that it's safe for women to be here. and speak amongst the guys on screen, you know, because I think the perception is that women can't be there as you are sitting there and speak and have a conversation with the guys about these difficult conversations. So I think this, like Penson has said, will open something up. Yes, it's important that guys, AMAGENTS, have conversations by border. But it's also important that it doesn't become an echo chamber, you know? That things get opened up and then women can sit here and the conversation can become much bigger than just we are speaking amongst ourselves. Yeah.
No, thank you. Thank you.
I just want to emphasize that people are different. And it's one of the things that I'm learning. We question ourselves and we doubt ourselves based on social media comments and comments under our videos. And they throw us off. But some of us are good people. And yes, we must listen. But take a step back and just ask yourself, why was I doing what I was doing? Why did I post what I posted? And if you're like, no, the intentions were good, please keep it. Please keep it. Too many of us are removing stuff, changing stuff, tweaking what we're saying, forgetting that, like, for example, the world has 8 billion people. There's probably like 1 billion people that agree with you, no matter how crazy people think your views are. I'll use a very controversial example, like homophobia. Homophobia is common on the African continent. So the bulk of the African continent, if they were to vote, believe homosexuality is wrong. If you go to the Middle East, like women are being stoned to death. I'm not saying these things are right. I'm just saying there are huge groups of people
that think differently
that
from you.
think differently.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you start sharing your voice, you speak to, like Eminem, you speak to a certain group of people that can hear everything else like you, but that were waiting for you to raise your voice. So, Sis Jabu, for example, can be seen as a patriarchy princess and a pick-me. But I can promise you now, there are so many women out there who are like, "Sengiyasaba manje ukuthi ngiyamthanda umuntu wami," or "I support those men," or "But why was that woman wearing isicepe? But why did he kill her? I want to know." "Oh, you can't ask that." She's like, "But I want to know." Sengiyasaba. And those of us who are convicted in our views must share them. And you must be comfortable with being attacked because we are all so different.
No, thank you.
Thank you. I don't want you to the reconsider thing of the surname thing, and not the thing that triggered was not necessarily the surname thing, but it was the extent willing to go to be the TV with our kids,
yeah.
you know. I hope that people don't think, you know, with Manji we're just toxic, we're gonna bend things.
We will bend
it's
things.
just on this specific
we will bend things.
Yeah, on this specific thing, I 100%.
Bend.
So I don't know what that has done. What it has changed. You know.
It's gonna go over a lot of these 2Ks.
It hasn't changed something, but just that we are just that different. That when it comes to our kids, whatever needs to happen has to happen. There is no conversation there. Yeah. And just listen to the guys when the guys go too extreme. Like the thing you asking that, why is this thing happening? You know, the femicide and all. The guys are actually giving the answers. Maybe the answers are not too palatable for you to consume, but if you actually dig deep, the answers are there. We're just not willing to entertain the answers. But guys are really giving answers as to why this is happening.
So it's time for us to love, it's time for us to listen, and it's time for us to learn from men.
Love, listen, learn.
All right, guys, AMAGENTS episode 55.
55. 55.
3 hours or 4 hours, this one.
Hey, this was long, man.
Yes.